Deep speech.
This is
And
incredible.
Dwarvish. What the fuck, man? Everyone knows Dwarvish.
Okay,
What the hell, man?
fighters are self-taught. So I'm gonna do 1d4 1d4 plus 5.
1d4 2 plus 5.
9. He is. Oh wow, he's actually older than Lucian.
Gorstag is 6'7".
Yes. Taller than Gorstag.
You're taller, but you're probably not as strong.
What's Gorstag's strength? It's
18, I think.
It's 18.
Yeah.
So I will be slightly staggering behind his strength. I'm at 50.
Yeah, but it's because you can only start at an 18. You can't go higher than 20, higher than 18. Otherwise, I think Gorstag might have had a 20 strength.
Okay, so he is 6'8".
No, you don't go to 22 at that
When he's
level.
raging.
When he's raging, then... Well... 21, because you only put 1 point next level into strength.
Yes, it does have to be 4 separate.
You can't.
That
can't.
That would be hilarious. Having muscles so dense they have their own gravitational pull.
Okay, so the math for is 2d6 times 3.
Tax.
Starfinder balanced the fuck out of that by not letting you put all fucking stat up points into one stat. Christ.
Explosions? My axes have axes.
How many dwarves are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
He was,
6.
holy shit, he is weirdly proportioned.
Your character?
Yes.
Why are you rolling for proportions anyway?
Because
Why
I'm
not?
doing it. He's 6'8" and weighs 121 pounds.
You are anemic as
So-
fuck. Like, that's
So
unhealthy.
basically, he's Shaggy.
I don't think
Except-
Shaggy was that tall.
So, Sophie, Axel, can you do me a favor and roll me 3 D100s?
Oh, boy.
Separately.
Yes.
So there's 1, 2, 3.
77. No, that is an active penalty.
Well, you asked for it.
Nobody hurt. No, that's weird.
No, I mean, man, you asked for him to roll. He rolled.
Roll me 3 more that aren't bad.
There's your reroll. Now stick to
You're
it.
rolling for the Ismar alternate
Yes,
traits.
One of them actually makes ridiculous amounts of sense with my characters. I'm keeping it. Trance like sleep. Androgynous, which also makes sense.
I know some of the tiefling ones can get really fucking weird.
Yeah, but I didn't bother rolling for that shit.
It's fun.
It really is. And prismatic scales.
I don't think I chose any of that. I think I just used the alternate racial traits and the different tiefling like sub race, and that's it. I wasn't about to
You have
roll for all
the
that shit.
D100.
I don't have to roll for shit.
You have to roll the D100.
I don't have to roll for shit.
So fun.
It's fun, but I don't have to roll for it.
Oh, I've gotta put some new tokens on your enemies chart.
Oh,
Oh, there was pounds of flesh.
I didn't want to fuck over me playing a cleric if I had to like randomly get something. That was
That's
not good.
not how that works. Logic. You can always choose to refuse it.
Eh.
Like I did mine, because once I decided I was taking animal animosity, I decided, hey, I'm not going to be able to speak to horses.
I like how the token rings are color-coded.
Yes. That is actually by design. And it gives you clever, subtle hints.
I mean, I could roll for SIP. I'm not going to get anything doing it.
Do it. I'll roll for you. Don't worry.
You know,
Let's see.
we've already this character's already been around. I can't just
I know.
add this.
No. I just want to see what you could have gotten.
And probably something good.
44.
44, which is you are unusually short, granting you all the standard traits of a small creature. That would not have been fun.
You're unusually short for 6'7" plus.
Yeah, that would not have been fun. But the table at the bottom says roll twice. So I'm gonna do 100. 52. You can use Death Watch 3 times. That's not bad.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna deny there's some good stuff in here. I just,
Some other
The tiefling table is flat out better than the Aasimar one, though. Ugh.
I love the alternative race or physical features.
Yeah, I had a goat man at one point.
ooh, if you're lucky and you're playing an intelligence-based class, you could just get a +2 bonus to your intelligence.
Yes.
Head, animate hair.
My character, I was going to give him that, but he's supposed to look somewhat mostly elven.
Well, I mean, you could see that by making yourself look like the anemic elves.
Most elves actually don't weigh a lot at all. And that's I use the elven weight table. My character has an average weight for an elf of his height.
Tieflings can get an exoskeleton, an external organ, and a
Look,
stranger's
man.
nipple.
The base weight for a male elf at 5'4" is 110 pounds.
You could be a hermaphrodite as a tiefling.
Yep.
No, I'm good.
You can have no shadow or no reflection.
No shadow would make the drawback I have completely useless.
No, actually, it has a clause for having no shadow. Someone having no shadow is just as creepy as someone having a weird one.
Oh.
It literally
Smoking
says
breath.
possesses no shadow or has a weird one. So basically, based on what I've taken, my character has prismatic scales, but he just covers them up with what are they called? Arrow guards? The guards that archers wear?
Bracers.
No, not bracers. They're specific types of bracers.
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head.
It's the ones that they wear so that they can they don't like rip the flesh of their arm off. when
Band
they're
braces.
I mean, when I'm looking, it just says bracers. Like, there's wrist guards.
Yeah, it's an archery guard. It's an archery wrist guard.
Oh,
Yeah.
Real quick, give me control of all your tokens in case of vision blocking stuff.
A bracer, or arm guard, is a strap or sheath commonly made of leather, stone, or plastic that covers the inside of an archer's arm to protect it while shooting. A bracer.
See, but the thing is with that logic is the term for bracer has changed.
It's changed now. Back then, when it was used for archers, it's still bracer. Or
I know.
arm guard.
Once per day, can use inflict like wounds as a spell-like ability.
Lucian's one is really boring because he hasn't had a chance to use it a lot.
All right. It is 7 p.m. Is everyone good to go?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, funnily enough, there's something about vampires that we should know for, like, if we ever do modern games. Mirrors will actually show up the vampires, because the only reasons vampires' reflections did not show up is because the mirrors in medieval times and further back had linings of silver inside the glass.
Huh.
That's the only reason why a vampire
Also-
can't see themselves in those kind of mirrors.
Also, if you're fighting a vampire, throw a bag of rice at them and run away.
I don't know that one, but modern day mirrors will still show the vampires up as like normal people.
Quick, invest in a UV flashlight. Moving on.
But what's the thing with rice? I'm very curious.
It's the traditional vampires have AD or not ADD, AOCD, and are compelled to count any object scattered from a container.
That's
What?
why in Sesame Street the count counts things.
Yep.
What the fuck?
That's so fucking weird.
That is really weird. God.
All right.
So if we just thrown a fucking bag of rice, we could have just killed Lestat easily.
No, in Pathfinder it's a will save,
Ah.
but it's like you have to make them roll a d20 just by throwing a bag of rice at them.
That's fucking stupid.
So, when last we left our intrepid adventurers, they were in the midst of investigating some strange going-ons in Dern. All sorts of things were going down, serial killers teleporting people into buildings and killing them, serial killers chopping people to pieces, serial
So if
killers...
you had to put a musical theme to this, you would say it was more like dern dern dern.
Yes.
Are you proud of yourself, honey?
Oh, I am ecstatic.
Okay, the music can continue now.
Okay, so whilst investigating these things, the party came across trails that led them to the Dern Sanatorium, along with a few other places. When investigating the sanatorium, they discovered that things weren't quite as they seemed, and the group found themselves under attack by a group of cultists. Able to dispatch them, the group decided that it was time to investigate one or two other things and then head home and rest for the evening. And though they did get that other thing investigated and had a lead that they could go investigate the clock tower in the morning, they headed in for sleep, and as they did so, as night soon began to fall upon them, the fog that had been plaguing the city began to creep inside of their own house. And as it crept inside of their own house... Liam? That was really weird. As the fog crept inside of their own house, the group decided that it was best to meet up. And by the group, I mean Gorstag ran to the protection of Sin and Lily. And over the ensuing 24 seconds that followed from the fog rolling in, an ambush of epic proportion that nearly destroyed some of the base and some of the people inside of the base was underway. And in a final act of desperation, after Lucian lost his hand to one of the serial killers, a desperate spell was enacted, and the group found themselves teleported to the outskirts of Oakhurst in the middle of the night, about 5 or 6 hours after the ambush had actually started. Over the intervening days, they would make preparations and see to it that Lucian was tended to. And another individual who would help them out while Lucian was on the mend was introduced to them by Alexander and Ligarius. That individual goes by the name of Emmett, and plans were made to recoup some lost gear and to figure out what exactly the group was going to do going forward. Lost gear is easy enough. A short meeting with The individual by the name of Rob will help alleviate some of that. Not Rob. Damn it.
Ray.
Ray, yes.
All because Axel mistakes Rob for Ray and Ray for Rob.
It should aid in the process of recouping some losses. And then the group has something it needs to do, which is to head out and investigate this ruin that might hold a artifact that is key to someone reclaiming something important to them. And that seems to be the first road on the steps to recovering from whatever the fuck that ambush actually was. And with that,
Bullshit.
the sun will rise on today, July 8th. And
It's what, 5 days after we've arrived?
it is about 6 days after you have arrived.
Okay.
As dawn is rising, or, as you all are preparing for your day, Alexander will call for all of you to meet up with him in the clinic where you have been residing for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, and he will also extend this invitation to Emmett as well.
Sin will
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
As well, Numerius.
Nihilus will.
If Sin's going, Gorstag will probably just follow.
Okay.
It's like a puppy.
I mean, it's pretty much Gorstag.
And Lily will also attend. The group of you are, stepping into the room. Emmett is there. You've seen him on and off a few days. He's coordinated some stuff with you. And he has been introduced as someone to aid you in the process, or in your work to come here, while Lucian is on the mend. And Alexander is in the room that you are called into, standing by a table. A few chairs are set out for the rest of you to sit at. And as he has noticed all of your entry, will turn to greet you all. And it pains me to say this, but I have to return to Dern and begin work back there. And I have to see to it that Lucian is moved somewhere safe. I can't stay here much longer.
You're moving him to Dern.
No, but I can't tell. I'm not moving him to Dern. I'm moving him somewhere else.
You're stopping in Dern with him?
No, Dern is the last place. Once I have him somewhere safe and secure, then I'm returning to Dern.
Where are you taking him?
It's probably best if we do not know. We are dealing with magics that we don't fully understand.
So yes, Marius has it right, and while it does pain me to keep this secret from you, the fewer people that know where he is while he's vulnerable, the better.
I suppose that's true.
Emmett will look towards him, especially since we know now that they have someone that can invade other people's minds.
Fair
Really
point.
fun.
If anything happens, I will be sure to send a messenger to you, one that will not easily be intercepted. Though I would keep on your toes. There's something off here.
Upon getting that information, Gorstag is going to literally just stand on his toes.
Numerius sighs.
He's not doing it, like, to be an asshole. He thinks that's what he meant.
That's why Numerius is sighing.
None of us have met Emmett before, right?
You've met him. He's been like in and out. He's helped you guys with a few things now and then while you were getting settled in, but no one's had a good long introductory talk with him.
Then if no one else does it, Sin will be the first to walk up to him and say, I don't believe we've formally met. I'm Synthenis.
You gotta call right before
Oh.
that.
Yep.
What?
You gotta call right before you ask.
Welp.
No.
Sorry.
Are you back?
Yes, sorry. No, I had to talk to someone for like a split second.
Okay, did you hear what I said?
No.
Sin came up to Emmett and said, I don't believe we've met before. I'm Synthenis.
Well, I'm Emmett. It's a pleasure. I wish we could have met under better circumstances, but it is the way it is.
As do I. I appreciate you helping us, though.
He's gonna kind of shows it. Well, Lucian's basically a brother to me, so any way I can help his friends.
She gives a soft smile at that.
Numerius will nod and say, it is perhaps an odd question to ask, but how strictly do you hold yourself to the laws of the land?
They exist to keep the peace, although in this specific set of circumstances, we need to break them in order to right a more egregious wrong that has been done.
Numerius smiles. That is the answer I was hoping to hear.
All right.
Alexander will say, I will be taking my leave then. And if things were to change here, see if you can get a message to me about what's changing.
Numerius will nod.
You're getting kind of quiet, Axel.
Numerius will nod.
Then he will step out of the room and begin tending to the last orders of business he has here before being on his way. And while he's doing that, you all have a moment to discuss with each other what you're about to do. I gotta turn some lights on quick because it's real dark in my room.
Gorsteg has never understood why so many people have leaves.
Have what?
They always say, we'll take my leave, but Gorsteg never sees the leaf, and they always are obsessed with you.
You know how when people leave rooms,
Why the fuck is the music
Gorsteg not follow.
you know how when people go out of rooms,
Yes.
going out is the same as leaving.
Gorsteg does not understand.
You don't have to understand, Gorstag.
If anyone ever, like, tried to mind read Gorsteg, that's pretty much what they get.
That is one of the reasons why I've been silent for so long. Trying to
Numerius
find cricket sounds.
Numerius just puts his hand on Sin's shoulder and shakes his head slowly.
She does chuckle though.
He's gonna look towards Emmett's gonna look towards Numerius. So who is this fellow we're supposed to meet?
You've been in Oakhurst a fair amount of time, I assume.
My entire life?
Ah, you've probably heard of him then. Ray Reed.
He's going to look down at the shirt that at effectively his clothes, which are like displaying the emblem of the guard. I should probably change.
That's a good idea.
And Emmett will take his leave to go change out of his guard armor.
Changing won't help you any there, boy.
Well,
If you've lived here your whole life, then they probably know you already.
Reed will probably know you, but not wearing the emblem will keep one of his younger boys from stabbing you on sight.
And then Emmett will return a few minutes later with like normal clothes.
Okay. So, unless anyone else has anything else they wish to discuss.
I mean, Numerius will probably chat with Terry a bit because he's the person who was setting up this meeting.
Yep. Terry has a location and a time, and we'll be able to provide it to you. It is a mostly abandoned farmhouse, not too far out of the edge of town.
And when is the time?
In about 2 hours from when it is currently.
I'm assuming it's like 2 in the afternoon.
No, it's about probably 8 in the morning.
Oh.
Alexander's got to get his day started early. He's got a lot to do.
Indeed. And Numerius will say, well, I'm all set to head out if you are. No sense waiting. Rather not be delayed.
Emmett will look towards Terry and go, are there any rules regarding weaponry at this meeting?
Terry will say after a moment, it's best to not startle them, so we shouldn't go in displaying every single solitary weapon we might have, but I don't think showing up armed would be... He pauses for a moment. Showing up unarmed might just be as insulting as showing up fully armed, so keep what you need on you.
All right.
I'm not taking off my sword.
Good, because I'm not ditching my Lucerne hammer.
Emmett will kind of walk out of the room for a second, come back with his weapon and all of that. He's a longbow with like a really well-made longbow.
Cool.
Does it have a guard's emblem on it?
No, it doesn't. It's actually made completely of darkwood. If you know, your character would know what darkwood is, because you know about weapon making.
I can make a blacksmithing profession roll.
Yep.
Blacksmithing profession.
Pretty
Oh,
nice
that's a 19.
Jesus. That's a pretty nice material. It's generally an elven material that, elves tend to make things out of it, cultivate it, use it for their own stuff, tend to not share the secrets of it, but every now and then they'll give out a piece or someone will figure out how it's made. Doesn't have much practical uses for stuff outside of bows and certain wooden weapons.
It makes it really light.
Yes.
Elven craft. No time for that.
Gorsteg want armor of that.
Too bad, buddy. Any armor that you and I use isn't made of that shit material.
You wouldn't want armor made out of wood.
Gorsteg want light wood armor.
Don't they
You
have a
find
metal that's
mithril, I'll
harder?
make you something.
Yeah, mithril.
It's light
Gorsteg want
metal.
run fast.
Yeah, it'll make you run faster.
We'll paint it red so you can go even faster.
You don't need any of that elven shite.
What do you have against an elven make?
It's just
I
all
had-
wood and leaves. There's no real... It's just not as good as actual metal. So... Not as durable. Not as heavy.
I would agree with you on most of those, Nihilus, but you can't really make a bow out of metal.
No, you can't, but... Let the elves have their craft. I'll stick to dwarven, and I'll stick to human.
Another thing you would notice as he slings his quiver, he actually has 2 quivers, and it's full of a bunch of things that don't look like they're arrows, like weird tipped arrows, things with like pouches of dye, and you think there's a Tanglefoot bag or 2 somewhere in there.
Oh god, Tanglefoot bags, okay.
Good old utility archer.
Please, it's not stun vial.
God, if they had made stun vial arrows, I would quit.
No, I mean, I'm just glad you didn't take anything stun vial related. Because I don't want to deal with Lion using stun vials on us.
Right. One more thing you guys would notice as we head towards there is pretty much whenever he's moving around and not talking to people, his eyes are kind of glazed over. And he looks like he's sleepwalking most of the time.
That's weird.
But he also seems completely aware of what's going on around him. It's just like he's sleeping and walking.
Numerius is just going to chalk it up to he knew Lucian, and Lucian's friends are all probably just fucking weird.
It's a safe bet.
God, I hope he's not annoying like the other one.
Wow.
Look, you wanted Nihilus to have a different personality and fix it, so I'm
I
fixing
like
it.
it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Savage.
He fucking thought not like Lucian was like fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Like all this planning, all of this and that, and this connection shit, like it just bored and annoyed the fuck out of Nihilus.
All right. So, as you spend your time, getting ready and heading out, you can all give me perception rolls if you'd like.
You got it.
Yay, my wisdom roll.
We rolled an 8.
Character sheet.
You guys ready for this?
I
Boom.
got a 10.
I rolled
I-
my passive.
Woo!
I got the second highest with a straight D20.
My
What the
passive is
fuck?
high. I'm just gonna stick to using my passive, man. Me and Synthess, we just roll our wisdom every time.
As you all are traveling around, you all got 10 or higher. Okay. There is something very definitely off with the city. You can't quite put a finger on it. It doesn't seem like the way Dern was off, but you know that something isn't correct here, and you're not sure whether it's just lingering paranoia from, previous events or what, but
And Emmett still feels kind of the same way.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Emmett has certainly noticed over the past few days that not everything has been right as rain.
Are we in the middle of like a town road kind of area?
Yeah.
Okay. Would Gorsteg be able to try and discern something from this uneasy feeling based on a knowledge nature?
Sure.
Perhaps
Cool.
knowledge religion might help too.
Well, with that knowledge nature, you will be able to do a religion, but with that knowledge nature, most of the wildlife that you would expect to be hearing in this area, you know, your songbird, not your songbirds, your bird songs, you know, general sounds in the woods, and stuff like that, is pretty muted and dull, as if not really there at all. Most wildlife has probably fled the area from around here, judging by it.
Can I make a sense motive just to kind of read the general mood of people that we're passing?
Sure. And for that religion roll,
Oh, there's a religion roll?
yeah.
Oh,
It was-
sorry. I was messing with something.
Nihilus, you are very focused
rolled
on
a
other things.
Fucking 2. Okay.
Sin, you do get the feeling that something about what's going on here might be a spiritual unwellness. But Emmett, as you're going by people, you know, it's the same. It's been this way for about a month now, maybe a little longer, ever since I started trying to retap the silver mines. Not everyone's been quite right, and no one's been able to put a finger on it, but it's definitely been off.
We'll share the information about the silver mines with the party, about the connection to... This all started about a month ago.
Numerius will say, yes, I've heard some disturbing things about the mines as well. Lion, how long have they been tapped out?
They've been basically running dry for the past 2 decades. They were declared worn out 25 years ago, but that was basically just it's not going to be anything more than a trickle of silver you mine. Up until about probably about 5 years ago, they actually ran dry and closed up shop.
At the mention of silver, I'm making a profession blacksmithing check to see if I know anything on silver.
You do know a few things. It is one of the 2 easiest metals to be allergic to.
Okay.
Beyond that, it is a prominent metal for a lot of
Do you know what makes it easier to be allergic to?
What?
The fact that vampires exist in this world?
Technically not wrong.
That vastly increases the percentage.
Listen, I have a silver... Actually, no, I don't have a silver allergy. I have a copper allergy.
I don't know. I have some sort of cheap
allergic
metal
to the
allergy.
police, huh?
It just turns my skin green, but it doesn't really itch.
No, that is a metal allergy.
Yeah, it turns my skin green, but other than that, nothing else happens.
That's the extent of my metal allergies.
Turns
Yeah.
my skin gay.
Like it wasn't before.
Beyond that, there is I
It's
mean
only
the
on the right
obvious
side.
the obvious purity aspect. Silver is considered one of the most pure metals. It's used for holy symbols, unholy symbols, holy rituals, unholy rituals. It's believed
So basically,
to be...
it's like one of the go-to religious materials to use.
Yes. It is
Okay.
a very religious material, and as well, it is useful for... not in the hands of any smith from this region, but, you know, it can be ascended to moon silver, or moon steel, depending on who you ask.
We have one of those weapons, don't we? A moonsteel or something?
Yep.
Yes.
Numerius has a moonsteel longsword.
Right, the thing that could literally destroy me.
What is
Yes.
moon steel?
It is a type of
it's-
metal that deals extra damage to very magical creatures.
Such as
Oh.
outsiders like me and Lucian. Or, in this
Shape
case, as well as Emmett. Emmett's technically an outsider.
It wrecks
Gorstag is
everyone.
not.
It wrecks everyone in
Numerius
the
and
party, but
Gorstag are
Gorstag
the
and
only
Numerius,
two
yeah.
that can touch the sword.
It's really weird that Gorstag is the most normal.
Mm-hmm. You're
Yeah.
a normal.
I mean, physiologically, maybe.
Waiting for it.
Look, man, if you were from the north, you'd be prime chaos material.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
And after the mention of the mines, Sin chimes in. It seems like that may have upset the spirits around here.
Gorstag does not know, but we do have lots of problems with mines.
It definitely might be worth checking down there once we've established. Once we've. He kind of veers off for a second and just stops talking. Because I completely forgot what sentence I was about to say. Halfway through the sentence.
Good job, champ.
I
He's
hope you
effectively-
know.
he's
I hope you know Numerius is just going to assume that's normal and keep walking.
He's effectively narcoleptic, but it doesn't matter because he can carry on conversation while he's asleep. So
You want to check it out? Fine, but let's wait until after this damn meeting.
I agree.
yep, yep.
You arrive a little bit early, probably I'd say 20 minutes early to the meeting location, because as you all know, if you're early, you're on time, and if you're on time, you're late.
And if you're late, you're gonna get killed.
Or no one's going to talk to you.
I mean, those are escalations that I wasn't going to use, but that technically are ways you can finish that saying.
So we got like you're 20 minutes early?
About, yeah.
Okay, for Niles' sake, he's just gonna pop ice armor. So 4 hours of just basically a breastplate.
Okay.
When he does so, Numerius is going to comment that that looks extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, not really. Doesn't really affect a user much. Now, if I was out in the west, now if I was out in the north, then it would be a bad idea.
Fair enough.
As you're, all getting into position, looking around, making sure you're aware of everything. Anyone that wishes to can give me a perception roll.
Yay, D20 plus 4.
Really? Really?
Nat 20!
Character sheet. Wisdom.
God damn it.
Woo! 18.
Rolled a 7.
As you're all looking around, making sure everything is in order and on the up and up, it does seem like, it's my dog barking more
No,
than likely.
I got something on my iPad. Oh, that's Facebook. You guys can just continue.
It seems everything is on the up and up for the most part. I mean, it's still just odd, with everything that's going on. But you don't feel that you're in immediate danger,
What the fuck is coming to us here?
which is helpful. And as you're waiting around, and looking around, it seems you're not the only ones that like to be early. As Ray Reed begins heading in. Whoops, nope, that's Phil from accounting. This is the right token.
2018 is really fucking weird now.
Hmm?
New season of Rugrats, new seasons of Adventure Brothers, and now a new season of the original Teen Titans.
Huh.
Yep.
Well, either way,
Sorry, I
this
was just Facebook
very-
messaged that, so it was just interesting.
this very muscular individual wearing a interesting hat with a gruff 5 o'clock shadow, despite it being about 10 a.m. Wrapped hands, ragged-looking clothing, torn at the shoulders, scars and cuts and scrapes everywhere, defining his person, begins sauntering in.
Gorstig, like your hat.
As he hears that, he will sort of startle aback a little bit, noticing that, there are 6 individuals here. And as he does so, will tip the hat and flip it off with a single fluid motion.
Took you
Well.
damn long enough.
Well, I wasn't expecting you all to be here so early.
Can Gorstig wear your hat?
We'll see. We'll see.
Look, blame our fucking. What is he? He's our. What is Alexander? He's our what? Boss? No.
Technically, boss, yes.
What is the term though?
Employer?
Employer. Blame our employer for the fucking early meeting.
Oh, I'm perfectly fine with this hour of day. I'm not a night owl myself, but I was unprepared for someone being punctual. See, around these parts, most people aren't punctual. Something about the weather here. Everyone's a little... how should I say? Under it. Tends to be a bit more slow.
Ray, how many years have you known me?
Yeah. He runs a hand through his hair, a slight gray streak exposed in it as he does so. Far too many.
And how often have I been late?
It's impolite to discuss business meetings like that. Now,
Gorstig, stop paying attention. What was happening?
Oh my fucking.
he chuckles and tosses the hat towards you, Gorstag.
Gorstig catches the hat and puts it on.
Now, I was told through your associate there that you all are in the market for some things.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. To keep things simple, let's just say we were forced to leave our home very quickly. And we're looking to recover some. I myself am fine, but my 2 companions, and he will gesture to Gorstag and Nihilus, have lost some important equipment.
Look, all I need is a breastplate. I still have my weapon, and I still have my holy symbol.
Well, and he will pause for a moment. What about you, big fella? And he will motion towards Gorstag.
Gorstig was wearing hat.
Yes, but what sort of equipment do you need?
Oh, armor.
What particular type of armor?
And he points to his bare chest and goes, one that go here.
I know what armor he was wearing, right?
Yes.
What was the armor?
I believe it was a chainmail. No, it was a half plate. It was whatever the plus
Fucking
6 armor is. That's in
Oh,
medium.
that's chainmail.
Oh, man. I think, actually.
Was it chainmail?
I think it's chainmail.
Okay, chainmail then.
It's chainmail and or breastplate. Let's go find out.
I think it was breastplate.
There's several that are +6.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, let's just go with breastplate.
A breastplate for him. That's what he wants.
Can be lighter breastplate?
We don't deal much in special stuff here, fortunately, but given the nature of my business, I'm
Or
not.
they give special hat.
I don't have much in the way that would be lighter. In fact, you're lucky that I happen to have these two at all. Just so happens, or have the two that I do have, it just so happens that the... well, let's just say someone owed me a favor, and I figure it's better to be on the ground floor on certain other endeavors. Do you have a place that I should drop these things off at?
No.
Emmett will say, because he's lived here long enough, does he have any sort of house or anything like that?
Probably.
He's gonna say to drop it off at his house, because saying to drop it off at the military clinic is probably a bad idea.
Makes a lot of sense.
Can Sin sense motive what Ray had said?
Sure.
Yeah, I want to know if I'm getting my shit or not.
Sin was more looking for,
Oh.
is there malicious intent behind what he just said? Get in on the ground floor? That sort of thing?
So he's definitely not the greatest individual. That said, however, he's probably looking to butter up a potential reinstated noble by performing a favor for them.
Okay. But there's no malice towards us.
No.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't care if you get it on the down low. I don't care if you get it through a black market.
Ooh, Gorsteg like black markets. They have good axes. Some of them talk to Gorsteg, say mean thing though.
Or Stag, that's the one you're holding.
No, that one say nice thing.
How many talking axes have you found?
Gorsteg does not count.
Considering I have a talking sword, it does not surprise me.
Ray is going to gloss over that conversation.
Numerius is pointedly ignoring it.
Yes. And after a moment, we'll say, "I'll see to it that it's delivered to you by the end of, or before the end of the day. Meantime, why don't you all enjoy your stay here in Oakhurst?" And he just stops the sentence there.
Gorsteg have question.
Yes.
Where beer?
It's the age-old question, and right now there's a bit of a shortage of it, as most of the brewers that would brew local are currently working in those damn silver mines.
This town suck. Gorsteg, go home.
Gorstag, if you want more ale, we're going to have to deal with the silver mines.
How many people have been taken for the mines?
Well, if they can hold a pickaxe and swing and aren't doing something else terribly important, they've probably been press gangs of the about 2,000 people in the city and around it proper. I'd say probably about 400 people are working in the mines.
Why would they have 400 people working in dead mines?
Because they're fucking desperate for materials.
Either that or they found something.
Or they're doing something there. Whatever it is, it's not good. And those are my people. Will not stand to see them be mistreated.
Can you at least stand to wait until I get my armor?
Of course.
I'm assuming this then takes precedence over our other plans.
Look, Nihilus is not Nihilus. Numerius is the one that's royalty here, or something. His call.
Marquis.
That.
I still suggest that we go towards getting the crown, or getting. He's gonna look kind of suspiciously at Ray, and then look at Numerius, kind of trying to read if Numerius trusts Ray.
It's a strange situation, but Numerius trusts Ray to be untrustworthy. But he also trusts him enough to not actively fuck him over.
He is also the one that provided you the intel on the existence of the crown.
Yeah.
Oh, was he? Okay, then if I knew that.
Look, it doesn't
I think-
matter what we do. I need blood right now. Otherwise, Nemethvar is going to get pissed off at me at some point.
I can provide some.
Look, I've been cutting my hand all week here just to do my rituals. I need actual blood.
Why don't you come to me to get bandaged up?
It's just not enough of a reason to get bandaged up.
Regardless, we should head towards the. As soon as we get the armor, we should head towards the swamps. Try to find that ruin.
Fair enough. Yes, that would give us a bit more time. If we attack the mines, I would let them know that something is up.
Also, if we manage to execute our plan without ever having to go to the mines is automatic. The issue of the mines is resolved automatically. You can just shut them down again.
This is true.
I don't expect him going down with a fight, though.
Absolutely not. He has hired a new bodyguard, specialized for me. And he gives a bit of a wicked grin. Speaking of Ray, I'd like you to look into this man, or woman. I know very little.
I will see what I can find out.
Look, if you'll pay me, I'll be your fucking bodyguard. Having the chosen of Nemethvar isn't such a bad thing to have.
No, I mean the one who's claiming my title. He's hired a dragon slayer, if such a thing exists.
Sounds like bullshit to me.
Yes, but if true, it is concerning enough that I must give it credit.
I'll see what I can figure out. Now, unless you have other things for me to attend to, I believe I should be on my way.
I would appreciate a more direct method of getting in touch. We may have more details. We may have need of more details as things progress.
I will see what I can do, but with the guard on as high alert as it's taking all of my resources to not have the full powers of the authority come down on you. They do know who you are, and there's only so much interference I can do.
Numerius will nod.
I will see you all whenever I see you next. He will bow and begin walking out of the farmhouse.
And as soon as the door shuts, Numerius is just going to say, anyone who still has a wallet, check theirs. Or coin purse.
Well, I think all of my silvers were spent, so...
Sadly and or thankfully, none of you have been robbed.
Yay!
It's impolite to rob on the first interaction. You gotta wait until the second or third.
But then Numerius will turn to the
First
group.
base, no stealing. Second base, a little bit of pickpocketing. Third base, we steal something. And fourth base, we rob you.
Numerius will turn to the rest of the group. Well, it seems like we have another day to prepare or spend in the town, such as it is. What do all of you suggest?
How many days has it been since we've been here?
6.
Yes.
And has Sin already done the ritual, or should she be doing it tonight?
She should be doing it tonight.
Alright, then she'll say, I think I've solidified the ritual. I'm going to try that tonight.
Ritual?
She nods. I was asking some of my clergy about ways to track people down who... She trails off for a moment. Anyway, I may be able to find out locations of the people that attacked us.
Need some help with that?
It should be not easy, but I should be okay on my own.
Fair enough.
There's no beer. Gorsteg will just follow late.
Follow what?
Little lady.
Okay. I'll get to work on that then.
I'll go ahead and get camping gear and all of that in case we have to stay more than a night or two at this ruin.
That's a good idea. I think I will put on another face and ask around town, see if I can find any rumor. Well, I'm sure I'll be able to find rumor. See if I can find any truth in them.
I guess I'll just go and do something.
You're welcome to accompany me.
Nah, talking isn't really my style.
Fair enough.
Okay. Well, with that, you can make your way back to the locations and begin going about your various plans for the evening. Let's handle the simplest ones first. You can acquire the camping gear for spending some time in these ruins if need be, fairly easily. Alongside of that, the ritual can be performed, and I will...
Mark Goblin.
Sorry, I saw something on the map.
Huh?
Oh, brah!
Don't worry about it. Don't. No, not that map, Sophie. Don't worry about it.
I'm checking my marks.
Oh, yes, I will get
I'm
that.
worrying about it.
It's literally not important. Yes, I will move those tokens here in a second. Numerius, you said you were going to go out and investigate some rumors.
Yep, he's going to see what the rumor mill has. So, you know, there's that.
All right. Listening around, There sadly is not much in the way of gossip and a rumor mill, just due to martial law and all of the other impositions, but people have been talking about seeing Matilda Throman recently, and that she has not been looking well. And the other thing is that there's constantly talk about the Orn family visiting Oakhurst in November, or in October rather.
And what month did you say it was?
October.
No, the current month.
Oh, July.
Okay, so that's a fair ways off.
Yes.
And they're from somewhere in the north?
They are from Torst, which is to the west.
Ah, gotcha. Interesting. Numerius will share these details and say that he is concerned that his family may no longer have any influence in the running of Oakhurst. As Needs being as she is, she may be, well, replaced.
Well, shit.
So, as well, Gorsteg, you were watching the ritual. Nihilus, were you doing anything?
I just said I was going to do something.
Okay.
He'll be occupying his time. I take it.
Do you want to roll to find plot?
Nah, not without armor.
Okay.
I don't have
Gotta
plot
have plot
or
armor.
any kind of armor on right now, so you know. Yeah.
That's probably smart.
If I knew where Emmett's house was, I'd probably just be sitting in front of that. Fucking armor.
Okay.
You're getting a little quiet, Logic.
Sorry, I put the mic above my head again.
All right.
I was saying, if I knew where Emmett's house was, I'd probably just be sitting in front of that until the armor got back.
Yeah, you may as well do that. You'll get first pick for the armor then. And as everyone reconvenes, the remaining armor can be given to Gorsteg. Neither suit will fit you both particularly well, but it's not uncomfortable enough that you're penalized for wearing it. And with a little bit of time, you can just adjust it. But unless anyone has anything else they wish to do for the evening, the rest of the evening can pass, and you can set out on your way in the morning.
Woo!
And as you do so, you will head. You will begin your trek heading northeast. It is vaguely forested, bit rolling hills, and it's enough that a day's travel off-road is a, relatively speaking, slow trek. You'll be able to get some distance, but once you start getting further and further away, it becomes obvious why these are marchlands. The first hour you might have seen 2 or 3 farmsteads, but now going on around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, you've seen maybe one farmstead since noon. These are truly the edges of this country. And by all accounts, you are getting close to a interesting location known as the Bleeding Lands. It's not a particularly pleasant place.
Gorseg's excited for this place.
Unfortunately, it does not bleed blood.
What would Numerius know of this place?
You've likely heard the stories. The Bleeding Lands are a desolate section of land to the west of the northern Kurak Mountains. The name the Bleeding Lands comes from the fact that geoactivity has left several active magma and lava vents spewing near constant streams of molten material onto the surface from the mountains. Many people believe that this is the result of dwarves. Some people believe it to be one of the Bladed Lands, but no one's quite sure. And there's definitely very dangerous and strange things in the Bleeding Lands. It's not a pleasant place.
Doesn't sound like it.
Can I make a knowledge nature check to kind of know what would be in the Bleeding Lands if we ended up having to go that far?
Sure.
Gorsteg also do.
Putting your heads together, there's not much in the way of naturally occurring life, mostly because molten runoff is not something that most creatures can deal with. A few, or a particularly hardy and dangerous sub-breed of bison frequent this area, as well as a few wyverns and drakes likely call this area home. More than likely, or more specifically, mostly drakes call this place home.
I'm sure to do this before anything else. Ice armor ends and just add the 6.
As we pass by the lands, you can hear the sound of the drakes. You used to call me on my cell phone.
You said this was the next day, right?
Yes, it is.
Some time
Alright.
to realize.
Delete that and just add a second.
I know
to
when
my
that all I
brain.
blank.
I hate that as soon as you said that, I knew exactly what you were going to do. Because it's exactly what I would have done.
I hate you all.
You're
Let's
welcome.
continue.
On this new episode, on this new season of Drake and Wyvern.
Oh, that's even worse. Boo. All right. As you're heading on your way, you can all give me
A wisdom roll.
favorite perception rolls.
Character sheet. Wisdom. Hey! Emmett!
Oh, Jesus.
Hey! Gorstag!
Wow. Gorstag. As you're
Jesus.
trekking along from a distance away, you start hearing the sounds of conversation. At first you're just sort of like, oh, that must be my mind playing tricks on me. But then after a moment you realize, no, there's conversation up ahead.
Gorstag senses tingling.
Yes, they are.
Is it in common?
After it has been pointed out and you do all approach a little closer, parts of it are in common. Parts of it are not in common.
Do any of us recognize the other languages?
Is it in Kuru, Null, Goblin, Orcish, gnome, sylvan, or centaur.
It
What
is
about
in-
infernal or abyssal?
It is in Kuru.
Oh, great, savages.
So Emmett will
Believe
really
in
put his hand up and
human.
kind of listen to see what they're saying.
The parts of the Kuru that you're catching, alongside with the common, seems to, for a little bit, be echoing the Kuru, as if someone translating it. But the Kuru and thus the common are talking about just general things, announcement of status within tribes, stuff like that. Until after a moment, they get to a point of saying, "And now our business can begin."
Holy shit! Why is Gorstack cute? Like large.
So at that point, I'm gonna are we in plains right now? Like, how easy would it be for Emmett to kind of sneak up to get more of what's going on?
At this point, there are the tree line is starting to recess, and it's giving way to the swamps. You are very near to these swamps, and as such, there is some tree cover, but stealth would be a bit difficult, but you could begin it. I can go ahead and make a map visible if you all wish.
I mean, sure, but I think Emmett's gonna be like the only one going up there. Maybe Sin Fox form, and Mary's in Small Dragon. But
In Gorstag.
yeah.
Rostag is equally stealthy. Well, I think he's slightly less stealthy than Emmett, but
He has a +0.
oh, does he? I
Hey,
thought he was
you know, you're doing better than me because I have a -4.
All right, so
13 out of 14.
oh yeah, it'll take you guys a second to load this.
Banana.
This is Shrine.
Yes.
No, this is Sparta.
You're Sparta.
I'm gonna kick you into a well.
Well, shit.
I'm gonna do it in Disney World.
You're a big Sparta. A big Sparta my life.
Oh my god.
Ooh, I'm gonna kick you now.
Has the map loaded for everyone?
It is 13 out of 14 for me.
It's loaded for me.
All right, we're
I
good.
am loaded.
I'm loaded.
Hmm?
Those trees look like hands.
Yes, they do.
I can't unsee it. All right. So, who is stealthing and attempting to approach?
Emmett.
Sure, why not Gorstag?
Oh boy, and Nihilus is just gonna be the one just sitting back.
Emmett will be specifically going in a separate direction from Gorstag.
Gorstag is specifically going by himself.
Yes.
I thought you were gonna say Gorsuch is gonna be purposely going with it.
Where's Numerius on here? Oh, he's
Numerius
in
is
form.
the tiny snake.
Oh boy.
Numerius will be accompanying on it.
Yeah.
All right. Let me, while you guys are getting yourselves into location, let me go ahead and reveal some individuals that happen to be on this map.
Yay, I'm just back here.
Actually, everyone give me a perception roll.
Oh, yay, I love my wisdom check.
Really? Dice, stop it.
Woo!
Hey,
Hey, Mr. Perception, how's it going?
The exception of the person that rolled a 3.
Numerius!
Let's go ahead and make some stuff visible.
Woo! Nihilus only has a +4 because of wisdom.
Oh shit. We can see all of these people.
Once you start approaching, yes.
What the fuck?
No.
They all look like the Silent.
They actually do. Huh.
What?
The Kuru warriors look like the Silent from Slay the Spire.
Yes, they do. Huh.
Those trees look like hands.
The
Three
trees-
mystery people and
The
a
trees
bunch of
do look like hands.
So what's going on? Does it look like a standoff of sorts, or
Anyone that wishes to can give me a sense motive roll to try and read the situation.
would this count as
Yay.
in battle?
No, but I will factor some stuff into this.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Nope.
I rolled a 16.
All right.
Or is that a 15? I can't tell.
I don't see shit.
That's a 16. All right.
Okay.
It does not appear to be a standoff. Instead, oh, I have some tokens in the wrong place. Whoops. They're actually supposed to be there. It appears to be a business meeting more than anything else.
All right. I have a
While
question.
there is a standoff element to it, it is a business standoff.
All
So,
right, who's fucking players like background characters that with the white fucking circle border?
Also, what is the
So-
question?
the Kuru, do they have bows on them?
No, they
Damn
have
it.
Damn.
We are not invulnerable.
they have a large number of daggers
That
attached to
wasn't
their
my
belt.
quest- That wasn't what I was going to do. I was going to incite a fight between them by shooting one of the Bernakath cartel thugs from this direction.
And Emmett, there's someone you recognize.
Yep. Figured. As soon as the
Why,
white
that
background,
gentleman in the blue shirt is your uncle.
the one who has the white circle indicating someone's
Oh
background
no,
character.
white circle
Oh.
doesn't mean
I
background.
mean, like almost every other character at character storage with a background to us has the white circle.
They have off-white, actually.
We
Yeah,
have
it's so close now.
a problem, guys.
Yeah, it's Marshall Throman, who is a 3 or 3.5 class, I bet. Who is fucking annoying in large group battles.
Anyway,
Metagaming aside,
Yeah, I know.
Emmett is going to stealth up.
Okay.
He's going to actually get down prone and start crawling.
Okay.
So whatever I get for proneness.
Yep.
Gorstag will see that probably and join in being prone.
All right. Gorstag, I need from you a wisdom or intelligence roll, whichever you desire. The DC is not terribly high. Okay. There's another individual that you catch sight of that you recognize.
Ruh-roh. Is it the dude with tentacles for his face?
Oh no,
Turnbull
it's
Barkanet.
Kenneth,
I'm
You know.
guessing slave owner.
the one in charge of the Burkanath cartel.
Hmm.
You caught sight of him once or twice in your unfortunate years, but he's here right now.
Someone there hears Gorstag's neck pop as he tilts it to the side almost like a puppy. And then kind of starts to glow with anger.
Oh boy, stealth happened.
Should I get ready to roll initiative?
Probably.
Only if someone can't
Why-
recognize that and call him Gorstag.
In reaction, can Sin go back into base form?
Sure.
Okay, no, this. Man, my fucking browser crashed. That was not fun.
Get ready.
She's not gonna call him. She's just gonna say, "Get ready."
she wouldn't know how to calm him.
Which ones look more threatening, the Burkaniths or the Guru?
That's actually a good question. Hold on.
Yes, Gorstag, yes. Let the rage fill you.
What's funny is I think they're about the same difficulty.
Join the dark side.
Yeah, going out on a limb, I'm going to say they're all of the generic individuals are about the same difficulty.
All right, well, Emmett's going to look to the side. How long does it look like he has until Gorstag's about to go rage in?
Do it.
We have one intelligence roll I'm gonna do.
Do it now. Cut it.
He's going to go ahead and pull 2 arrows out of his quiver and have them knocked and ready.
I'm gonna prepare to cast
Let's
Bless
see
as soon as
if
he does it.
Gorstag can think better.
Actually, can I reach Gorstag? No, I don't
Oh.
think I can.
Gorstag actually knows better.
Does he?
Oh, well,
But
oh,
he
Bless is
is
50 feet. Okay.
very much ready to kill.
Can I make a perception check to try to listen into their conversation?
Sure. Anyone who wishes to can.
All right. Let's see how good wisdom goes again.
Might as well. Nope.
Almost. I almost got higher than Emmett.
Since they are not actively attempting to cloak their conversation,
22.
sin.
anyone who didn't roll a 2,
Dragons don't have ears, so they have horns. Silly dragon.
it takes a little bit, but you can start filtering the conversation to pick it out. There are 2 distinct voices exchanging with each other. One of them, a more deep, guttural male voice, begins the exchange. More than likely. Begins this new phase of the interaction with saying, "We have done as you have asked, and you have paid us. What do you wish again to ask of us?" And the other voice is a strangely effeminate sounding one. And it will say, "These ones here have mucked up a dealing that someone important to me has been working on. They require someone to fix it. It happens they can't do it themselves. So they're willing to pay whatever price that you ask for you and yours to help them fix this, as well as continuing our agreement.
All of the world's money. Wait, what?
You will continue to provide us with victims of the raid, and you will help them sort out whatever mess they've made that they themselves can't sort out." And he will point to the one that is wearing the fine coat, but not the blue coat, because that's cruel. I'll say, he is the one to receive the victims, and he is the one, pointing to the man in the blue coat, that requires your assistance in fixing his mistake. Isn't that right, Throman? The individual simply says nothing, standing there in an almost cowed silence. The deep guttural voice, after a moment, will respond.
Oh, 1.
The sense motive is to determine whether or not Marshal Throman is fully lucid, and whether or not he wants to follow these orders willingly.
he might not necessarily be fully lucid. You think the fear that is coursing through his veins is probably keeping him less than lucid. That said, he is going into this fully aware of what he is doing.
So this may not be fully within his will.
No, but he's likely in that position of he's too many hands of poker into debt to be able to back out now, for lack of a better phrase.
Gotcha.
He's gone too deep.
The deep guttural voice will respond after chuckling heartily. Oh, I knew this would be such a great proposition. See, we can keep up our arrangement with that one. And they point towards the white-coated individual. This one right here, you said he's going to pay any price? And the other voice simply responds with, yes, he will. Oh, then I think a business arrangement can be made. That is how you civilized folk like to do things. Is it not? And there's an awkward chuckle before a moment passes.
Oh my god, Gorstag, you've gotten so far.
You're actually moving? Oh.
Go ahead and give me a stealth roll,
Holy
Gorstag.
shit, man. I was gonna cast Bless. You're too far away for Bless now.
Oh my god. Apparently Gorstag is ninja barbarian.
Fucking Christ, man.
Honey, you have
Go-
a stealth roll.
Yes, but I don't know how to put the armor check stuff back on. I got confused.
It's -4 if you have the breastplate, so it's 14.
Gorstag is rage sneaking.
No, I am calculating this because I have a +5
What's your ACP?
to stealth. I don't know what the ACP is for the
If
shirt.
it's a breastplate, that's what we bought for you, so it's -4.
Oh, -4.
So you're at
Mhm.
19.
Now your macro works.
19 then.
All right.
So 19.
Okay. Wow.
I have it added on his token now for his ACP.
God, no one else in the party knows soldier's jargon. I can't communicate via sign language.
No, you can't.
It's okay. No one here knows thieves can't.
Wait, you know thieves can't?
Yeah.
Valar.
Alright.
Baylor told him.
That's so weird.
I'm gonna go ahead and probably. Can I start off combat with a barrage, like that being the acting thing?
Sure you want to start it off? I mean, we could just sit here and listen until maybe one side just leaves.
No, I don't think we have that time, and we don't want people to leave.
Alright.
You could start it off with that, yes. And that would give everyone in the party a perception roll DC 5 to be able to act in the surprise round that would be generated.
Since
Would
it's a
this
skill
be-
check, then me and Sin can't fail it.
Yes. Numerius is the
Gorstag-
only one that might not notice.
Would
Oh,
this
Gorseg's
be
also going to keep sneaking this whole time, so let me know when I can roll and move 40 more feet.
would this be in
Stealth?
addition?
I believe stealth halves your movement.
Guys, what?
Sorry.
Would this be in addition to the prepared action?
I will say yes.
Okay.
Victory.
Because
Alright.
I had a bless prepared as soon as someone started off combat.
So,
I'm gonna.
Gorstag. Go ahead.
I was going to. Gorstag's going to move because I'm assuming these are happening in Sinan. Because I can see Gorstag, so I'm waiting until Gorstag's not in the middle of movement to fire.
So Gorstag, give me another check, and also you can.
Ooh.
That's a natural 20. Would I be able to move further?
Unfortunately, no, but you're still able to go quite a distance.
My God, Gorstag, you're so far away from the party.
Let me know when you're in a position that you wish to stop moving so that the fighting can begin.
Gorstag actually wants to get about.
Oh my lord,
I
man.
think okay. If you're paying attention to the party, Emmett's gonna be like, like about halfway through that movement, he's gonna be like, you might want to stop.
No, this is where Gorstag's gonna stop and stay lying down.
Okay, so one more stealth check, I think.
Yes, one more.
Instantaneously, as soon as Emmett hears a branch snap, he's gonna fling 2 arrows into the Kuru chieftain.
Yeah, and as soon as Emmett fires those arrows, I'm gonna cast Blast.
Patrol start.
As soon as all of this goes on, Gorstag's gonna try again to hide.
Alright, you guys, you gotta Well, you okay, well, combat music. You tried too hard, buddy.
Oh, no, wait, hold on. I had the wrong whistle. I had the wrong thing. So this is 2 arrows into the Kuru chieftain that deal bleed damage.
Gorstag basically is on the ground and goes, "Good, a distraction. I will hide."
So that's a 13 and that's a 12. So it is flat-footed.
Which chieftain? Because there are technically 2.
Since he's catching them off guard, the one that looks less armored.
So the female one.
I don't know if they're wearing different armor. It's just that would be, if not, coin toss.
All right, yeah. Flip. Roll a d20. Evens, it's the female. Odds, it's the male.
The male.
I like how 2 of you rolled and got the same result. Or got the same overall. Alright, so it is
That's sexist.
10 and
10?
4 bleed damage.
Oh.
No, 6 bleed damage total.
Sick.
Yes, because I'm using arrows that cause bleed damage as well. I forgot to click the button.
Oh.
Oh.
Alright, so 10 and that is 6.
Do the thistle arrows stack with themselves?
Yes.
Really?
I am skeptical.
Let me check.
Arrow.
Because the duelist sphere stacks with itself, because it stacks with any other bleed damage you are capable of dealing. And it would stack with the thistle arrow. I don't think the thistle arrow would stack with itself.
It's also it's not actually technically the
Yeah, it's the bleeding arrow.
Thistle arrows deal damage as bleed effect.
No,
for
we are
one
not
d6.
using.
Yeah,
Oh.
no.
We're reversing them because as it stands, a bleed arrow is 300 gold for jack shit, and a thistle arrow is what, 1 gold for a really good effect?
Okay, so the thistle arrows do not in fact stack. So with themselves, but it would be 5 bleed damage.
But it'll still stack with your bleed that you do.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So Gorstag has hidden again by some definition of the word hide.
Yup. While screaming out that he's hiding. Like, no, he hid really well. But also is still yelling out that he's hiding.
Just for everyone to remember, you have a +1 to your attack rolls and your saves against attacks.
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
2 question mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Yeah, I have
rolled
7.
a 2. Okay, I go before Annihilus.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah, let me.
But we do have surprise round, so.
I don't know. What about the Kuru Chieftain and the Bracanic Cartel? They have 7 as well.
Oh god,
Who
don't
has
make
the
me
highest
say it.
initiative?
Hold on.
Emmett, you have a 5 initiative.
It is Emmett.
All right.
Actually, I think Nihilus, what's your initiative to modify?
0.
You might actually still technically beat out the Percanith Goon. Yeah, I'm just gonna give you the beat out on them and the tie.
You
The-
said beat out.
the surprise round was the transform, the patrol, the bless.
Okay,
the,
that was-
The
Mirage.
transform
Well,
was
yes.
a prepared action.
Yes. What is your other action then? Okay.
What is my
Prepping for his first turn to be fire death breath. The entire fucking swamp.
For me, since you said that our prepared actions, we can also cast something else as our other action.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to cast one of my divine favors.
Okay.
Actually, as it stands, the breath won't be super effective.
It can still probably theoretically kill a lot of the Kuru.
No, I mean I can hit like one of them from where I'm standing.
I thought it was 75 foot.
This form has 30 feet.
Ah,
All right. So as we are about to begin, some notes for this. The dead trees do not impose any movement penalties. The tree logs do not impose any movement penalties, and they can be stood upon with a DC 5 acrobatics check to avoid the negatives of moving through the swamp, which is that it is a difficult terrain, and I will require a fortitude save at the end of every round you spend inside or moving through the swamp.
So you used your surprise round to move, right, Numerius?
Yes.
You can
And
move
it
a
is.
little bit more and get more than 3 enemies with a breath.
It is now your actual turn.
That is correct.
Oh god.
Yeah, actually, if you move there, actually, you get all of them but one. But now if you move
And-
there into the swamp,
Well, he's standing on the logs.
oh,
God, so many actions that just passed me by.
Oh my god.
there's so many enemies before anyone else gets their turn.
And then let's go with
Man,
uh,
Numerius is just going to be attacked by everybody. Well, Gorstag might also get attacked by a lot of people too.
that's 4. That is 5.
How long
Let's go
does
with
Bless
that.
last? Is Bless one of the spells that lasts for...
It is
God damn it, of course Bless is the only one I didn't write a time on.
low damage.
hey, but if they're all mooks, you put them all into fatigue state.
Wait, you
Sure.
fired there?
Yeah. I'm hitting 5 of them.
I figured you would have wanted to try to get, like, all of these guys.
The other option was that, which just trades one for another.
Wait a minute, but that's not 30 feet, that's 20 feet. I thought you said you had 30 feet breath.
That is 30 feet.
No,
Yes,
that's
it is.
25 feet.
Nope,
Oh, well, okay, no, wait, 30 feet of the edges. Okay, that's what's fucking with me. I was looking, like, in the middle area, where it's 25. Okay.
That is how cones work. Sadly, they are annoying.
Yeah. Actually, it's kind of
And-
like the opposite, because in every other game, it's the middle that, like, goes out further than the edges.
And as a free action, Death Glare.
Okay.
That is all.
Oh shit, we're under attack.
Not just by beasts.
Alright, guys, let's wait a million years.
Oops. No, you don't get to go.
God, fucking.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
La la la. This goes around the world. La 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 la.
Numerius is gonna get stabbed and shot.
So is Gorstag.
You're right now in a better position because you have more AC. Once you rage, you have the same AC as Numerius.
love how every day people wait until I'm in a tabletop game before they call me. And where did that person move from?
He is provoked from you.
And chomp. God fucking damn it.
Plus, well, I mean, +1 doesn't really
That's
help.
a nat 1.
Yeah. Well, at least you're not playing with, like, your teeth break or anything like that.
I would be upset at that because even when you're attempting to actively sunder natural weapons, you just suppress their ability to be used.
Yeah, that would be shit.
Unless you're a blacksmith, then you just break them.
No. They have the ability to sunder natural weapons and natural armor. It just suppresses the ability to use them. It doesn't break them.
Yeah, it does not break them, it just suppresses.
It's time for them to show you why the Kuru are so good at what they do.
Yeah, it's because they have really good initiative, and the party doesn't get anything until the bottom half.
This will be 5 higher than it says because they're not going to do any other attack other than their bite. So that's an 11. Missing.
They'll
Wait.
aggressively cannibalize.
An 11?
Yes, like I
That's
said,
a
5
6.
higher. It's
Oh,
5
five
higher
higher.
because they're not biting. Or because they're not doing other things other than
Oh.
biting. This one's going to come here and acrobatics check. Didn't fail it. This will also be 5 higher. Stop being so consistently bad at that roll.
Please be consistently bad. We can't do anything right now. Holy shit. Like, what can I? I guess I could just buff the level of living shit out of myself until I get to someone.
They're gonna go there and they're gonna huck a dagger at you, Numerius.
Dagger hits.
This will be -4 because they don't have precise shot.
The dagger hits.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Called that shit.
Damage. 7. What the fuck? That. What?
What?
That
Did you forget to
reduced my
update your
wounds
health?
and vitality and the temp HP.
Uh-oh. We have a technical difficulty.
The fuck?
Na 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 na.
It dealt 6 to your vitality and 1 to your wound.
And 7 to my temp HP.
The fuck?
Uh-oh.
Heal up and try again.
Yeah. Put 7 in and see if it heals from everything.
I just put 999. Bring this back up to 8. Vitality. Take damage. Taking damage. How much? 7. Okay.
We're good. It just decided it didn't want to function for a second there.
What the actual fuck?
I don't know.
Look, man, it's a macro that Lion has made. It breaks every once in a while.
It's usually fun though.
Yeah, that's...
Look, macros will break. It just sometimes they just work too. It's weird.
I have no idea how that could have happened. Alright. Kuru War 12.
Oh boy.
I feel like this is going to be 2 independent fights with me and Gorstag fighting the guys in the back while it's...
Look, man, this is gonna be the entire session.
Probably.
Our entire session. Let's go to the crown. Let's go get the crown. Entire session is one fight.
Alright, they're gonna huck a dagger at you. This will be 5 lower than it says. He's going to miss that dagger.
Sin and Nihilus
I mean,
got
they're all
kind of
moved.
fucked on movement because there are so many actions that you guys took that completely passed us by.
On the plus side, I guess I could just buff myself to all living hell, and I'll just one-shot every mook.
I mean, you can use run actions to get in the fight.
Doesn't run give us a penalty to sit though?
It's a penalty to AC.
I'd rather just double
What's-
move.
What's Sin's movement speed?
20 feet.
Yeah, we have 20 feet movement back
Shit.
here.
Yeah.
And I'm not running because that's just so much of a penalty.
Oh, right. Because I have armor on, I need to reduce my movement speed.
You are. You know better. You. You're gonna trudge through the swamp because you're not bright. And there goes all of your movement.
Don't worry, guys. We're almost to the halfway point.
Dagger chucking, -5. 16 versus Numerius.
Hits.
16 is dead on, unless
Nope.
Bless affects AC.
Bless does not affect AC. It only affects attack rolls and saving throws against fear.
Okay.
I think it's Mythic Bless that affects AC as well. No, Mythic Bless affects damage rolls and all saving throws. Right.
Double move. You're that one.
Well then.
Five. Gorstag.
Gorstag's stuck between a dumb place and the smart place. We're gonna roll a d20 and see if he does the dumb shit thing.
Let's go.
Pray for him to be. Oh!
All right, I'll try to help him as much as he can as he runs into the fray of all of the named enemies and 8 more.
At least he has like, I don't know. Does Barbarian base give DR?
No.
No. Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I don't have it yet. It's further on.
Okay. Well, at least he has temp HP. Oh boy.
Second one does.
Yes.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, the second one is.
Which one are you gonna put it into?
That one.
Okay.
First one, that one, second one.
It always throws me off when I see a 26 and it's not a crit.
Yeah, no, he is good to hit, man.
A quick.
Actually, that's Nihilus's to hit right now. Actually, it's +8.
Yeah, you both have fairly good to hit.
Well, it's only because I'm able to use Wisdom. If I wasn't, I'd have shit to hit.
And
Still.
Gorstag's basically useless outside of hitting things.
I assume that was it for your turn.
One thing. He's gonna try and do his favorite spell.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair,
Just
you are really
hawk
good
a loogie up over there and hit him.
you're really good at like pushing crates and pushing carriages and nature stuff
And also hitting.
and hitting.
So
Does he
runs-
spit on him?
Yes.
Yes!
This goon will run past the Marquis, push him, and push him that way. And it's gonna get to there.
Almost halfway.
That was a question mark. Also going to push the Marshal because it's funny, or Marquis at this point because it's funny. And you're gonna get to there.
Yes! Surround Gorstag! More things to hit!
If only you had Whirlwind Strike.
That's kind of what
Is going on right now. They're building him up to have the fucking drum
Okay.
solo of a lifetime.
Alright. the
if he doesn't die first.
Is
Oh,
going
shit.
to shoulder check you, Gorstag. This will be one lower than it says.
That hit.
Motherfucker!
It's a touch attack, man. It's gonna hit.
I forgot how bullshit these guys were.
Yes.
In fact, we're in a bad situation. Like a really
Yeah.
bad situation, and we had the drop on them.
Yeah, so he'll do 5 damage to you, Gorstag. 4 damage to you, Gorstag, because he's fatigued and he applies strength mod. Okay. This one is going to attempt to show Numerius what it means to be a worshipper of the god of the Kuru, and that is to be impaled upon a dagger. That is a 17.
Hits.
Yep.
And they will impale you, though I actually think you, funnily enough, have a higher strength score than they do.
You better well damn hope.
Otherwise, he's now a weapon.
Sin.
Sin
Yay,
is
Sin.
going to run up here and patrol. Looking straight
Okay.
at this guy. This guy.
Okay. What's your movement speed? Oh, you've got 10 more feet.
Oh.
Yep.
Where does he provoke from? Right there.
From here into there. Yep.
Oh, shit. Is he
I
coming
mean,
in
I'm
for the
planning on
attack?
attacking one of them, so.
Yes, he is going to be attacking.
Alright, she will wait until the opportune moment. And then
He moves
swing from
60.
here.
Right into the dick.
Man, he moved that much in his attacking. Damn, that guy has really good movement.
That was almost minimum damage.
That
Right
is
to
still
the
a hit.
dick.
A horrifying amount. And they're going to bite you, Emmett. That is a 16.
Oh, well, if it's a 16, it
That
doesn't
will
hit.
miss.
Okay. Also, Liam, if you've said anything, we cannot hear you.
I'm muted. That misses.
Okay.
Oh my god. Just a few more, and then me and Emmett can take our turns.
Swamp Dweller's Fortitude.
Oh, hey there. Are you moving further?
Yes.
Actually, it
Well, then
doesn't
he
matter.
provokes.
As he moves from here to here, she will move up, and because he's technically here, he won't take a
Mhm.
penalty. Or she won't take a penalty.
That's 11.
Oh, God.
You know what's great?
It
Actually,
hits.
unfortunately, that will be an 11. An 11 will hit.
Thank God you rolled a 2 and not a 1.
Unfortunately, it does not go down and will follow through for one last hit. Or for one hit. And this will be one lower than it says.
Misses.
She bats his
Missing.
face away.
Kuru Warrior 4. Should I just sing all their names?
How much
Intros.
health do you think Gorstag needs, Tyler?
I feel like this is an awkward question.
Are you asking like what he needs right now to
Yes.
survive this encounter?
A lot.
Probably like solid hundy.
Okay.
Sin, what is your range on healing?
Emmett's going to move back 10 feet. I know he's provoking.
Okay, this will be one lower than it says.
Who's he provoking from? This guy?
That guy.
Okay, so before that actually happens, Sin will move back again, actually provoking from him.
Yeah, it hits.
That does hit. However, swing into this guy.
He's dead.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, considering... Yeah, he should be dead.
She
He
guts him
should
with
be
the
dead.
spike.
Why the fuck didn't that go through?
Did you give him more health? Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I know
So
it. What happened?
I do not have a button for this because I didn't think I just said I bought all of the on my sheet. I bought all of the trick arrows below a certain cost, and I just hadn't made a button for this yet. I'm going to shoot Brewed Cartel Thug 5 with a Splinter Cloud arrow.
I love those arrows.
So it doesn't. That's at a 11.
That is a natural 1.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. Okay, can you roll me a D9, a D8? 1, 2, 3. It hits here.
Okay.
Everyone within a 5-foot direction of that space needs to make me a reflex save.
Right,
So the
what's
4 of those enemies, okay.
What is the DC?
18.
Okay. What's the bad stuff?
Okay, they take 1 damage and 2 bleed damage.
No, Lion has said that the AoE doesn't do bleed or poisons.
Oh, yeah.
From the Splinter Cloud arrows.
Yep.
Because I am using them in the Friday game.
However, you did kill one of them.
He killed one of them and fatigued the rest of them.
Oh.
Yeah,
And that
because-
will give me 2 more tension from moving and doing that. And then I will spend 3 tension to make an attack as a swift action against the crew chieftain male.
Jeez, what is
with-
your range?
With
Based on the
it's a
bow.
long bow. It's 140.
Jeez. Wait,
Yeah.
140.
Those are scary.
And that's on the crew chieftain male.
That is only 2 points of bleed damage because you had already bled him with a thistle before.
Wait, it's 100 feet. Why is it 140?
Because I have other things that modify my distance.
Huh, okay.
Unfortunately,
I can
a 15 will not hit him.
Okie dokie. And then I need to go into my sheet and reduce my tension by 3. There we go.
The woman screams some stuff in Kuru, shouting battle orders. Hey Tyler, do you know what time it is?
Time to get stabbed?
No, it's time for my favorite attack ever. Hold on. What is the cone size for this?
Oh, it's the I don't care about these Mercanith guys. I'm going to kill everyone in this.
No, it is the difficult terrain cone attack time.
Oh my god, the stomp where it hurts everyone, knocks them all oh. Ooh.
Well,
It could still kill most of the Mercaniths.
so Sophie, what is the range on your healing?
35 feet.
Okay,
Aw, she doesn't
don't
have the
die,
shrapnel.
Gorstag.
Oh, wait,
She
no,
doesn't
it's
have
only
the
30
shrapnel
feet.
pad.
My bad.
Right, because you're not a full caster.
She has been trolled just now. She moves up and stabs the ground with her spear, creating a shattering ripple through the ground. However, it does not extend as far as she was hoping, and leaves the ground here as difficult terrain. She has, however, as a note, battered both the Burkaneth cartel thug and goon.
Oh my god, it's finally my turn.
Oh, and then all of the 1,500 hidden things on the initiative count. Nihilus.
I'm gonna move over here,
Okay.
and because I use Divine Favor, I'm going to use. Where is a Channel Smite?
Damn. Also, you might want to add a space in between the damage and negative.
Yeah, apparently that did not carry over.
Or
Uh,
line break.
Wow, he's fucking still up after 18 points of damage. Holy shit.
Yes.
Fuck.
I rescind a previous statement. The Kuru warriors are more horrifying than the Barkaneth guys.
They're more horrifying than any of the like minions that we've fought. Okay. Well, that's my turn.
That said, that one attack that I couldn't figure out why it didn't kill legitimately should have killed.
Fuck.
You can't 5-foot step, so you have to step here. You have to step here. And they're going to attempt to machete you a question, Gorstag. And probably miss.
Yeah.
That's a 12. Hot damn.
Wow.
You're going to 5-foot step here. And you're going to attempt to sap Gorstag.
That does hit him.
Why is it they're effective with the saps?
I don't
Why?
know.
Because you're good at non-lethal, but you're pretty shit when it comes to certain lethal attacks.
I see what you did there, Tyler,
Oops.
and that's fantastic.
Wow.
Might be. I was on the wrong tool. I was on the ruler somehow, and that worked on my sheet. I don't get it.
Oh,
Well,
good. That's just hilarious.
Can I do that anyways?
I have refunded the hit points. It's just hilarious.
That was completely on accident, but I'm kind of proud of it. By the way, don't forget to tell me if anyone provokes an attack of opportunity from me. I have a lot to hand out.
I will let you know. Are you capable of moving now that you're not being pushed? Yes, you are. Okay. You're a corpse. You're not a corpse.
Is it good to assume that these guys are running off the map?
Sort of. Let me. Up here a little further is a bit of rocky terrain, and over this way is a bit of rocky terrain. They're actually sort of running towards a corner, but yes, they are heading off of the map here shortly. I'm going to move that corpse out of the way. I'm going to go to here, and the drum solo dream is almost complete.
almost. He needs at least one person there, one person there.
The sap. That's a natural 1. He doesn't have a sap anymore.
Does he hit his friend?
That'll be funny. If he gets a nat 20, he'll hit his friend. He
Nah,
got a
damn.
nat 2.
And now for Tentacle Face.
Yes, for Tentacle Face.
To run away like a bitch.
Tentacle Face will move there. And, you ever see one of those rising clouds of shadow from the ground that has tentacles emitting out of it?
No, well,
No,
now you
Eric,
know.
can't say that I have.
Well, now your characters have, as this individual summons forth from the ground, a smoky tendril of tentacles and clouds into the air that envelops him, Thornfall, and the Marquis.
Well, goodbye. Holy shit, it's back to Numerius now.
Yes,
So, 19 minutes per round.
that's actually a really good
So-
turnover rate.
Which
It's
one
not gonna
has,
Yeah, it's gonna
which
get
one
shorter
has
as time goes
Numerius
on.
impaled?
Oh, that's a
8.
Yeah, it's 8. I will set you both with the
Fantastic.
same halo.
First off,
Halo.
see if I can do this. Oh boy! Oh boy!
Wait, you
Oh.
can do that again?
Yeah, it's
Apparently.
certain. It's 1d4 rounds. It just he clicked the button.
Oh,
to
I
see
thought it
if
was
worked.
1d4 plus 1.
No, it's 1d4.
Which one you made it?
Please tell me it's the one who.
They're
impaled
not dead because he did at least 4 damage with the first one. This is 13, so it's 17. I did 18 points of damage, and mine didn't fall.
How much damage is it? 14 damage?
13.
I'm dealing 14 to those guys that didn't make it because math.
Fair enough.
Logic. It is also very important to these are people who might have DR.
Yeah, I'm also just saying that you're still
Anything
up.
else, Numerius?
I will attempt to 5-foot step backwards.
Alright, give me a strength roll, and this will be hilarious. You have to-
Natural one.
Oh, what?
Natural one.
Fuck. So I guess I'm stuck there.
The person
Wow.
with a 10 strength has beaten the dragon. I just...
With a 16 strength.
That's just...
To be fair, you do get a plus. Do you get a? Don't you? Doesn't the guy get a -2 because of the size difference with Impale?
Even still, he
No,
succeeds.
unfortunately. Actually, I can check on that, but
The issue with stat rolls is they're just so low, and there's not really a good way of buffing them.
no, there does not appear to be any penalty for size differential, which I will have to address in the future.
Either way, wouldn't his be one lower?
Yes, it would be a 9,
Yeah.
because he is fatigued.
So, is that at least?
Yeah,
Fuck.
Man, stat rolls suck.
the gulf wasn't as big as it could have been. There's only 27 things on the initiative count now.
They're all gonna start dropping like flies pretty quickly.
Yeah. Congratulations, Numerius.
I've still done a shitload of damage.
Yeah, you have done a lot of shitload of damage. It just sucks that they have they have over 18 health. Because DR doesn't apply to the fucking breath weapon. Unless they
Does
just
it have to
somehow
be
have
fire
DR
resist?
fire. Or resist fire.
They're gonna boop the snoot with a dagger. It's a 16.
Hits.
Yep. It is.
Which one was that?
That was 11. This one here.
Oh, okay.
This one is actually gonna provoke.
What the fuck is he doing?
Fantastic.
All I need to do is...
They're gathering to their chieftain because their chieftain's charging us.
Okay.
Well, that does.
I rolled 2 motherfucking 1s.
Yeah.
That said, you have put the smackdown on them. I have to note that they have taken 1 bleed. I love the vast number of tokens on this list that are just bleeding. Alright, you're gonna go there.
Not bleeding, but fatigued.
Yes, but are fatigued. They're gonna bite you, and then they're going to dagger you, Numerius. So, dagger. That is a 13.
Okay, at least that misses.
And
A 0.
Oh, that misses.
that's a -1.
Isn't their bites 5 higher?
No. Because it's using it as a secondary attack. Because it
Oh.
daggers
What does he
first.
bite? What does he bite instead of Numerius?
It trips over and falls into the swamp.
Funnily
That
enough,
was a
it's harder to
natural
hit
one.
him.
Yeah, yes, that is true. Uh,
I need to get more attacks of opportunity.
Yeah, man, you do. Jeez. Okay, man, this is just not your day.
you hear this one, the chieftain, say something along the lines of, "This one will be fun to skin and eat." And then they take 5 points bleed damage.
How wounded does he look?
Probably not wounded that much.
On a scale of...
Well, I mean, in terms of wound damage, you've done a lot to him.
He isn't in the peak of physical condition right now because he's, bleeding 5 hit points a turn. Which
Because
is
bleed bullshit.
pretty bad for him. That was a double move for that champ.
He's about to be bleeding a hell of a lot more next turn.
I think I gave him an extra 5 feet of movement, but I don't care enough to fix that. Good, they're out of here. Warrior 7 is going to go into you, Nihilus. And they're going to attempt to impale you.
Well,
That is an 18.
yeah, no, that hits.
Okay. They have impaled you.
Yeah. Character sheet, vitality.
So
Dun, 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 dun.
I have a question.
At least they're not dealing bleed damage. I would be really pissed off if they were all just dealing bleed damage.
What is the question?
Duelist Sphere says, for the bleed damage, quote unquote, this stacks with any other bleed damage you are capable of dealing. Would that mean that a Duelist Sphere practitioner can stack bleed damage that another Duelist Sphere practitioner does?
No.
It's all bleed damage originating from you.
All right. So what is Gorstag going to do?
The first dude.
10, 15.
Do those connect?
The second one will. The first one will miss, unfortunately.
Drum solo!
Unfortunately, the 9 will miss. Oh, that's a natural 1. Well, nothing bad will happen, but it will unfortunately miss.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Goon 1. You know what? You're not paid enough for this. You are not paid enough to be a Neil Peart drum replacement. Or to be part of the Neil Peart drum kit. The Kuru, however, seems to have eyes on those delicious-looking pecs that Gorstag has. And is going to go in for a bite. This will be 5 higher than it says.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a natural 20.
That is a natural.
But it does not confirm.
If it's
I
5, wait, it's 5
Oh, wait,
higher,
it is
right?
5. Yes.
So that does hit.
Oh. Alright. It will deal the 6 points of damage to wounds, Gorstag.
Alright.
And it will gain 1 temporary hit point as it bites into you.
Does that bypass temporary hit points?
No, it does not. But I don't believe he still has any.
Nope.
No, it says 0 on a
And
sheet.
it 6 to wounds.
Yes.
Ooh, well, at least we have the most tanky person taking wound damage, though.
Okay. Well, that'll be the Kuru Warrior's turn. You know what? No, you're not scared enough. Move there. I'm going to move corpses. Move there. This should just be a regular machete. That is a 14 versus AC against you, Gorstag. That will miss. Okay. The sap will be 1 lower than it says. That's a 16.
That hits.
Okay.
Kuru is down here.
Yep, it's the one that's got Numerius impaled.
Oh shit! It lights up. He's yellow.
Oh yeah, because I gave him a halo.
Oh, okay.
They're going to go and attempt to bite the delicious dragon flesh.
Nope.
It's a 12, but I don't think that'll hit.
Did you
Nope.
take the damage, hun?
Yep.
You did.
You're just forgetting Gorstag is a wall of meat.
He has a lot of hit points. He has a D12.
Oh Jesus.
I didn't see a damage pop up.
Oh.
I'm fatigued. I took
No,
No, you got hit with
snap
another one. You got hit for 6 with another one.
Oh.
Sorry.
But not wound damage. You take vitality damage from this one.
I did take 6 wounds, honey.
No, you took another hit from a sap that was 6 damage.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was that he just did not have any tick marks.
He might not actually
he
have
still
any
might
tick
not.
marks.
No, he doesn't have any tick marks still.
That's fantastic. That's horrifying and fantastic.
Wait. 4 seconds become fatigued again.
Yes, it's because he has damage in his wounds. The
Oh,
macro
I thought
doesn't
he
care.
had. Okay, I thought he had just
No.
put it into wounds again.
No. The macro doesn't care about whether you are already fatigued. If it detects that you have damage below a certain point, it will tell you you've become fatigued.
Oh, okay.
Kuru has failed. Sin.
Sin is going to say, "Get the fuck away from him," and she'll start coming over this way. End her patrol. And heal Numerius.
Damage is a myth.
It's a myth for some of you. For others in this party right now, it's about to be an all too terrifying reality. This one notices that you have healed. Is going to 5-foot step here and attempt to impale you with their dagger. Missing horribly as it bounces off your armor.
Yep.
This one is chanting the war chant of its people.
And will provoke.
Yes.
That's an
Ooh.
11.
An 11 will not hit because they're not charging.
I thought an 11 hit before.
Yes, when it was charging.
Oh, it was charging last time. Okay.
Yep. This one's going to attempt to bite you, Sin. This will be 5 higher than it sins. No.
Doesn't sink past the armor.
All right, Emmett, shoot the chieftain again.
Emmett's gonna move 10 feet. Gain attention. And then he's going to barrage. Once he's going to first throw in a trip arrow. Oh, that's broken. Hold on. I need to actually. There's a quotation mark missing. Or. He's going to make his first shot with a trip arrow and his second shot with a. Fuck it, with a trip arrow. On the Kuru chieftain down here. That one.
Okay.
So. I don't. It did not do the thing. There we go.
The 7 will not hit. However,
Okay.
the 22 will.
CMB 9. That
Nope.
doesn't do it. Okay, and then
That's 2 extra bleed damage, though.
and then I'm going to make an attack as a swift action. On him
Okay.
with the trip arrow. It
Oop.
misses.
Yep.
All right.
D8 damage on him.
Plus
Oh.
2 more bleed.
Yes, I have that noted already.
Oh, look, he finally has a tick.
Yeah.
And it's Emmett.
Okay. Barbarians are scary.
I thought he was a blood rager originally, but I'm glad I was wrong.
And this guy is annoying the shit out of me because he's not letting me do what I want to do.
The Kuru chieftain will step up here, and now I have to look up rules I vowed I would never have to look up.
Oh.
One moment.
Breaking and entering.
No, I do that a lot because of you guys. No, I have to look up the rules for throwing a net at someone.
No. Also,
This is
Nihilus,
what
I have a
happens.
very, very good suggestion for you.
Do not tell me to walk in and use channel energy because I'm fucking impaled right now. Because that's what I was going to do.
I was just gonna tell you to channel energy anyway.
Well, yeah, I'm going to channel energy, but, like, I wanted to move in and hit all of them with it.
Well,
Are you-
first of all, you can make a strength check to move.
I have a
without-
+1 strength. There's no way in
No,
hell.
there's no penalty to making the check.
If you fail, nothing happens. There's no
No,
good
no.
or bad.
No standard, no move.
It's not
Okay.
even. So this is going to be an attempt to hit you with the net, Gorstag.
That hits.
Yep.
So, you will receive you will receive a -1 penalty on attack rolls and a -2 penalty to dexterity, and can only move at half speed. However, because it has a trailing rope, you are probably just going to yank this person along if you try and move. Because
Okay.
they
What is the
don't
rope
have
made? What is the net made of?
hempen rope.
You just cut right through all that, dude.
Yes.
You got axes. They're meant for chopping.
Oh god, it only has 5 hit points. Jesus.
Nets are not good, man.
Would I
No.
be able to make an attack of opportunity because it's in my space?
You cannot attack of opportunity the net. However, you can use one of your attacks this coming turn to chop the net.
Look, if you can backstab a book, you can attack. You can have an AOO on a net.
No, the
Nihilus,
reason
take
why
your
you can
turn.
backstab a book is because it
Well-
has a spine. A net doesn't have a spine.
No, but it's still moved into a square. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to move here if possible. So let me make the strength roll. Fuck you.
Woo!
You can move 15.
15 feet.
Yeah, you get half movement. But they also have to come with you, which is hilarious.
I hit him. No!
It's still, you can still hit every one of the mooks.
Not all of the mooks. God
Oh.
damn it. So 1, 2, 3,
You
1,
can make all
2,
of us.
3, 4, 5, 6. I can only hit 6 mooks.
That's still good.
Alright, well, let's see how badly my channel energy does in damage. Only 8, so...
8 on 2d6, that's great.
Yeah.
I saw people that rolled their will saves lower than the damage you rolled.
Wait, did I update the DC for that will save? I don't think I did. That's supposed to be a 16 because it's half cleric level.
Either way, none of them made it.
Any
And
of
no
them
one's
drop-
dead.
Well, you've extra charged one of the corpses.
God damn it, they have a lot more health than I gave them credit for, even after all the burning Numerius gave them.
They
You
are-
also didn't hit. You didn't. Really
I
hit
know I
anything.
didn't hit all of them, but some of them have been also heavily damaged in the past. Like, Jesus Christ.
Still, they're probably, I would guess, below 10 health.
Well, now they're probably below 10 health,
All right.
but they have to have like 20-something health points.
This one here is going to come in and attempt to shoulder check Gorstag.
Yep. That's... yeah.
Is that at full no minuses?
It's a touch attack, so it's
yeah,
gonna hit you.
that's full no
You got-
biases.
Yep, cool.
Okay.
Thank God touch attacks don't go straight to wounds.
That would be horrifying.
I'm pretty sure you could add bleed to that.
You can, yes, but that's that would be too much for these individuals to have.
That would be actual bullshit.
This Guru Warrior is going to attempt to bite you, Nihilus. This will be
Alright.
5 higher.
No,
Is he fall prone?
no, it's only a 2, so he doesn't like critically fail.
I think that's a 3?
That's
no,
a
he
2.
rolled a 2.
It's a 2. Okay.
I can't
know
see
what?
the damage dice, but I can see that the hits.
This guy is going to provoke from you, Gorstag.
Can you take AOS while in a net?
Ah! Yep.
Oh. It's only the entangled status, I
Oh,
believe.
okay.
So that's a 20.
It's a
Well,
20
It's a
for
19
13
because it's
damage.
-2 to hit.
Can you
he
advance
tried-
incarnate in AOL?
No, sadly. He was going to try and run away, but as he does so and leaves a gap in his defenses, Gorstag, you just move in and punish that.
Alright.
Question. This
Maybe
is-
an answer. Sorry. Yes.
What is this man wielding?
Oh, good. I have it in my notes as spear. Thank you, past me. Thank you for being helpful. It is a short spear.
Well, you can
That,
click the button, Numerius.
Hmm?
The button to see if the fire breath works.
Oh, no, it's not going to. I can check a token property. And even still. Is that a light weapon?
I don't know.
It's a simple weapon. I don't know if it's a light weapon. Let's see here.
It's either light or one-handed.
One-handed.
Oh, it's one-handed, yep.
One-handed.
Fantastic.
Simple.
All of these will be for damage.
That's a 10. That's an 8, and
More importantly, the
Oh,
bite.
that bite should have another grapple check.
Well, the first one will succeed.
yeah, it's a 20. CMD.
The 13 will
That is the
not
Is
succeed.
CMD an attack roll?
Yes.
So it's a 14 CMD.
CMB is an attack roll.
But yes, but you are...
Ow. Still.
Does him being grappled make it hit?
Hold on. I do not believe so.
I just wanted to make sure.
No, it will not make it hit. But that is still a lot of damage.
And he does not suffer from a...
Well, more importantly is the fact that he's bleeding to death.
Yeah, but too
Rather-
bad.
My bleed doesn't stack with it. But
I know, but he's still at 7 already.
yeah.
He tastes like copper. Mostly probably because of the profuse amount of blood he's losing.
Delicious.
I thought I would be eating the dragon, but the dragon is eating me.
Oh my god.
This one's going to move up here and he's going to aid his ally. Hey, his buddy will get a +2 to hit. Advance the initiative button. Thank you. Alright, this one
we're at
here.
round 3?
Yep.
Alright, so that was about 23
This one right
minutes.
here will stab you, Numerius. And by stab, I mean attempt to bite you.
Yes,
That's a
that
possible
hits.
critical. That's
No.
not a confirmed critical. Okay. They bite you. I'll bite you. I'll bite you. Bit you. Number 3. Oh, you have 1 point of bleed damage that you have to take. And
Oh, no.
you are...
By the way, did Emmett and Sin and Numerius account for the negative energy damage? Oh, wait, no, wait, never mind. You don't need to.
Nope.
I forgot I had selective channel.
Yep.
And this will be 7 higher than it says, Emmett.
No.
Come at me, scrub!
The one in the swamp is going to begin swimming through the swamp, provoking from Numerius.
Because it doesn't make sense to use the bite.
Listen, it makes sense to use the bite.
He's still hit. And
Stomp.
finally he dies.
Slap.
No, I mean, on that specific attack, it doesn't make sense to bite. Because he's currently holding this man in his mouth.
Also, he's in the sewage, effectively the swampness.
Do it.
He's doing it.
He's
Moving.
squeezing right there.
Yeah, he provokes because, oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh, dear God.
Shoot.
Fortunately, it will still get in. But this will be 4 higher than it says as it tries to bite you. Guys, please read.
So,
Oh, the chieftain.
archers and natural attackers.
Does he die from bleed damage first?
That's a damn good question.
I think he will die from bleed damage. I don't think he has any way of surviving.
Well, he's a
He
barbarian.
has not died yet.
What does being a barbarian have to do with anything without bleed damage?
Things that allow you to act even though you should be unconscious.
Yeah. They can get things similar
Die
to
hard.
the orcs.
Hmm.
I think it's called something.
I think you're fine though, because any bleed even though bleed damage from Nereus doesn't stack, it still goes straight to the wounds.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it takes the highest amount.
Oh no, I know it.
It is worth
I thought it hits the
noting-
wounds, but doesn't like stack with the current bleed
Nope.
damage.
Nope.
Huh.
It is worth noting somewhere that he does have 2 bleed damage from me, because my total bleed might eventually get higher, in which case it would start stacking.
Well, if Emmett hits again, it's not gonna get higher.
All right.
And it might be better off finishing ads.
Just wait till my turn, and I'll just move in more possibly, and just do another
The
channel.
Career Chieftain is going to attempt a combat maneuver check to get out of the grapple. And there will be one lower than it says, or it'll be exactly as it says. That is a 13. It will
fails.
fail. Oh, he should have raged for that. Oh well.
That still would have failed.
I know. Guys, I'm fast.
Oh,
Get smacked.
right
Bitch.
over here.
Yep.
She is going to swing.
12.
12 will unfortunately miss because it's not charging.
Okay.
And it will bite 4 higher than it says. It's an 18.
This is
She bats it away.
Okay.
she's got magic full plate.
I don't want to be part of the drum solo. This one's gonna 5-foot step here and oh no, it's not. It's going to it's gonna bite you, Nihilus.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not.
No.
Big
Horse
Orsag, it's your turn.
No.
Can he add the
Ooh.
the net as part of the drum solo?
Oh, that first one's a possible critical.
That is a 20, so
Why did that not trigger
confirm.
It
That's a
does
14.
confirm. But why did that not? All right, which one are you putting the first attack into?
Probably. I was gonna go with down here.
I know
Sure,
why.
we can go with that one since I haven't hit him yet.
I know why it didn't trigger the confirm.
Hmm.
Because how we do the math, since he has so many different negatives to hit right now,
Oh,
actually caused him to not crit by
That doesn't
by
make
the math.
sense, though.
No, the math for the crit and the crit confirm doesn't add up with the regular math in the macro.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
In
all right.
different
Well, the
terms.
first and the second one have hit and dropped an individual. So, what's next in the drum solo?
This guy.
Okay. Oh Jesus!
That's
Lord.
weird.
Lord have mercy on his soul. And
Does
one
Bruce
more.
not get help anymore?
Does Gorstack
Well, there's
what
a
anymore?
-2 on every attack he's doing, so.
Yes, but they are also penalized. No. Game.
How many attacks was this?
That was the grand total of maximum he could do.
Can he do an attack on the net?
Oh yes, I will give you an extra attack on the net.
Yeah, then
The
that's
net
it.
has been burst.
Poof.
Nets are completely useless, apparently.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember that for the future.
Unless they're predator nets, in which case, yeah, no, you can't get out of those.
They're very
Doesn't make it.
situationally useful.
The
If
chieftain
a-
is impressed.
If a character doesn't have a slashing weapon and they're not strong, it's hard to get out of.
It's really good against casters.
That too.
And Gorstag's gonna just spit at her feet. He's not even gonna be respectful enough to spit on her. And he will say that out loud to her.
Whether or not she can understand you is one thing.
I'm sure she can understand the disrespectful intent.
Oh, this next round for her will be fun. I'm really not paid enough for this. Warrior 10. The Kuru warrior who just witnessed the disrespect is going to go for a dagger against you, Gorstag, and then a bite. Miss with the dagger. Oh.
Right.
And miss with the bite, yes.
All bark and no bite.
He kind of goes for it, and Gorstag swats him away. It's just like, fuck off.
Fuck off, Salsa.
Alright. Kuru warrior is going to remove their dagger that's impaling you, Numerius, to deal to you 3 points of bleed. And then they're going to bite you.
Nom, 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 nom.
Nom, nom, nom.
No.
Thank God the removing a weapon counts as an attack.
It's not even that. Even if they had the +5 or the +4 to it, they still wouldn't have hit.
Wait, +4? I thought it was +5 the entire time.
Yeah, they're fatigued.
Oh, right.
Sin.
Let me check something.
Are you capable of swift action healing someone else?
No,
I don't think channel provokes though.
it doesn't.
Channel does not provoke. Just channel positive energy.
She is going to channel
However-
harm.
Oh, okay.
Harm with positive energy.
Does that do anything against living creatures?
You can hurt or harm with any channel energy.
The hurt part has to be against someone vulnerable to being hurt by that type of energy.
Then she will not do that.
Unless you have the anathema feats.
No, I don't.
I mean, do you just want to channel negative?
In that case,
That
shit.
wouldn't work.
You can channel positive to heal Numerius's bleed.
Yeah, the problem is that if she channels positive, she hits all creatures.
No
Yes.
Channel targets all creatures.
Oh, she doesn't have selective, yeah.
Even with selective, she still would hit most of the minions.
It's not worth your standard action to
Yeah.
heal 3 points of bleed damage. Not yet.
Sin is going to. Fuck.
I mean, you could just 5-foot step and like hit this guy.
5-foot step there, hit him, or no?
That's in the swamp.
Yeah.
Just 5-foot step here and hit this guy.
Sin is going to circle around.
Oh no.
What are you doing in my swamp?
And she will
There-
eat all of the attacks of opportunity.
Alright, they're gonna go for their bites. They'll be 5 high or 4 higher than they say.
2 hit?
Yeah,
She
2
definitely
more.
dances under all of their maws.
What?
You have
What?
Dodge
Oh, it's
mobility.
5 higher?
4 higher.
4
4
higher.
higher. Shit.
Yeah, so 16, 16.
Two
She
of
takes
those
a
are
couple.
dead on.
I thought you had dodge mobility. I
No.
was like, oh shit.
No. Alright, so.
That's 14 total.
I meant to go here. Take damage. 14. Ow. However, she is going to
Well,
cure herself, glowing with positive energy.
man. What is your damage to a healing god?
Almost all of her damage has been completely healed. And she will start her patrol. Have fun.
That's horrifying. So
Oh
we're
my
gonna move here and chuck a dagger at Numerius.
That will provoke, well, it would, but I've already used mine.
Sin.
Ow.
That's a hit.
Can't do
That's
anything
actually a
about that.
15. That's a 14.
Then
Whoa,
that will
that-
miss.
That much of a penalty?
Fatigued,
they are-
and they don't have precise shot.
Oh, okay.
This one's going to move or 5-foot step up to you to attack you, Sin.
Okay.
This will be 4 higher than it says with the bite.
God, I need spring attack.
Won't attacking you provoke?
No, I'm not.
It has to be attacking someone else.
Yeah, I'm not included in that.
Okay. Most things.
Anyway, come at me, scrub.
Can someone deal with this fucking warrior on my ass here?
All right.
Oh, that's possible critical. Oh, that's confirmed critical.
Against whom?
Wound damage.
Against Emmett. And yes.
All right. Well, thankfully, Emmett is in his wonderful area of. He's within 30 feet of people.
Yep.
So one shot on him. So I move 10 feet, so I gain attention. I'm gonna put my first barrage shot into that guy,
Alright.
and my second barrage shot into the one that was impaling Nihilus.
Okay.
So you rolled a 17 and a 22.
And then the one who's still standing. Damn it!
Give me one
Wait.
second. I haven't applied damage to the. Oh, nope, they're still standing.
Yeah, I'm not impaled anymore.
The weapon's still in you. There's just no one's controlling it.
Oh yeah, that means I can still move freely.
Mm-hmm.
And then, as a swift action, I'm going to spend my 2 tension that I gained from shooting someone and moving to shoot the crew chieftain.
Okay.
You want to keep using the trip arrows?
Yes.
Tripping him does not benefit because
Oh,
he's
does
in.
it not?
He's in Numerius's mouth.
Then that'll be a thistle arrow. But it nothing benefits.
Yeah, nothing.
At this point, he grabs a random arrow and shoots it because all of them are infinite.
See, now
Alright.
he's 9 bleed. That's disgusting. I love it.
What?
9 bleed.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. The Kuru chieftain is going to rage. And is going to step up and is going to begin fighting you, Gorstag. For that
Good.
disrespect.
Hey, Gorstag, have you been raging?
Yeah.
He's got a lot of rounds of rage.
Okay, I just
I
didn't
have
know if I was-
11 rounds.
And it's only been
Okay,
3
yeah.
rounds.
Yeah, it's only been 3 rounds. Okay.
Alright. This will be 2 higher than it says.
Oof.
Oh god, that's a big to hit right there. Actually, that's
I
odd
mean,
to
it
hit.
does
right
hit.
now.
Okay. She'll come in with with the short spear and jab at you, clearly not thrilled with that display of sportsmanship. If she had a yellow card, she would give you one.
Now let's go. Boom!
Yeah, Nihilus is gonna move over here.
That would provoke.
Yeah, he's gonna provoke. Does not matter. So one, I need to hit everyone. Can I hit that guy down there?
No.
I could
No.
move 4 feet and I could hit him.
To be fair, the Mercaneth guys,
they
we
don't,
don't need to worry about them because they'll surrender. The Kuru won't.
Yeah. All right, then I'll move here and then I'll do a channel negative energy for 5 damage.
I think
Oh,
that is
That's a
statistically
reflex.
average.
Hmm.
Statistical average would be 6.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
But the DC 16 because I keep forgetting to fucking change that.
Also, you rolled the wrong saves line.
I did.
You rolled-
Oh god, that's even worse. They managed to fail even worse than the first time. Okay.
All right, all enemies take the 5 damage if they failed.
Hang on. Did I didn't apply it to the chieftain. Whoops.
I don't think the chieftain's going to survive past starting his next turn.
I don't.
No, more than likely not.
No, he will be back.
Okay. We're 6. We're gonna 5-foot step in and bite you, Emmett.
Shit. Did I not kill anyone with my channel again?
I think you did I think you did the leave them at 1.
Oh my fucking god.
Alright.
Gives him so much health.
Numerius.
So, question.
Yes.
It's a grapple check to pin,
Yes.
Yes.
and the act of grappling is a standard action, an attack replacer.
It's a standard action. It's not an attack replacer unless you have certain monster properties to make an attack replacer.
Fantastic. Let's see if this works.
Don't forget you took bleed damage.
Oh, that's right.
He's dead.
Yeah, well, no, that's not gonna go to his wounds. That's gonna hit his vitality, so.
Oh, you also deal constrict damage.
Yes.
So, a total
That'll go to his vitalities. Those quickly diminishing resources he has.
And he's now inside the dragon.
Oh,
Well, hopefully he doesn't have a dagger.
well, I'm just gonna kill him now.
Instead of at the beginning of his turn.
I mean, he would have lived one more turn, but he doesn't have a dagger.
I mean, he does have a short spear. He could just chuck down into your gullet.
Nope.
No, he can't.
It has to
Yeah,
be a light
that's why
weapon.
he asked if it was.
Oh, wow.
Why he asked if it was a light weapon.
Yeah. To Numerius, a dagger is more threatening than a greatsword.
Jesus Christ.
I assume that was the end of your turn.
Yes.
Hold on. High or low to be funny.
Hi.
All hail the new dragon god.
Killer of Chieftain. Are they all? Is he gonna drop his weapon and bow?
Yes.
How many of the other crew do this?
We'll go turn by turn. I'll give him a 9 for worshipping Numerius.
You know, here's the issue: is if I do a channel again, if there's a lot of them, like, I guess I'll just hit someone, but
All hail the dragon god.
can't guarantee.
Chat agrees that the trees look like hands.
It's disturbing how close they are to hands.
Apparently, this D20 loves Numerius.
All hail the dragon god.
Not that any of you speak. Well, not that Numerius speaks Guru, but
For
nope.
a second there, I thought you were gonna make the Berkana phone do it.
Nope.
Emmett does speak Guru, so he hears them just start to worship Numerius.
Nope. No, this guy's gonna say fuck the false prophet. Keep going. He's gonna bite.
He
What
must
is a
eat the
god?
prophet.
To a non-believer.
That's a natural 20.
Which one?
Oop.
This
That
This
one.
one.
Sin is going to step in and smack the shit out of him.
Oh, that's not
How
close.
dare you not worship the dragon god?
13.
Yep, the 13 will hit.
How dare
We
you
have
not
come
worship
to
the
introduce you to the dragon god's light. Do you not submit?
So,
Oh,
So
God.
that is
do I-
no. You don't
Nope.
take the damage.
Fantastic.
Don't you provoke though?
Yes. But, no, they acted. So yeah, I do provoke.
That's
Yeah,
a
that's-
20.
Oh.
Ouch.
Okay.
That one where Kenneth Goon was just up there just going, I'm gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that fight. I'm gonna get out of here. Gorstag.
Gorstag does not like this lady now.
Rage v rage, but Gorstag is wounded.
It's barbarian versus barbarian, so all attacks hit.
Yes.
Yeah,
That is true.
pretty much, yeah.
Okay. She will take those hits.
And that's all I can do.
All right.
Finally. A woman good second fuck raging.
You know what? They're a vampire. They're a hedonistic vampire. They're gonna attempt to bite you again, Gorstag.
They don't.
Nope.
Gorstag slaps him away again and goes, "Sit down."
Wait, doesn't that hit though?
It would be 5 higher, right?
That'd be
Oh,
five
yeah, it would.
higher.
Oh, yeah,
That
it
would
would.
hit.
That will hit.
Oh shit, Gorstag's not looking too good.
Oh, I'm
Team
sure.
killing fucktard. Shut up next time.
Oh my god, I shot church.
Why? I wasn't clicked on her. I wasn't clicked on her.
Okay, that's fantastic. I'm going to leave that damage because I'm just confused.
Gorstag.
I was on my own token.
Were you on your own token's character sheet, or did you have your own token selected?
I have my own token selected on my own token's character sheet.
That's okay. I'm still gonna leave it because I'm impressed.
Because he's obviously a worshipper of the dragon god Numerius, and waited for his most opportune time to become a traitor.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let's get that.
Yeah.
Let's get that D20 roll. That's a 2. Nope. They're gonna keep going. They're gonna try and bite you, Numerius.
Yes.
That hits.
Also, you should remove the halos because no longer impaled.
Oh yeah. Like, turn those halos off. Map tools. All right, hold on. You have to set it to none for the halo to go off, and you can't just do what I was trying to do. Sin.
Sin is going to step back, end her patrol, and envelop herself and Numerius in healing light.
Damage is a myth.
Yes, it is.
Cleric.
All right.
DC is 10.
2. All hail the new dragon god.
Well, that's good. If I cast a spell, I'm not fucked right now. Oh, I think I still will move a bit.
All hail the new dragon god.
Don't worry, Gorstag. I got you covered.
Emmett will provoke.
Okay. Hold on.
Actually, no, Emmett will make an acrobatics check because Emmett keeps forgetting acrobatics is a skill.
I would recommend moving this way. Otherwise, you'd have to make 2 for this square and this square.
Down, 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 down.
But then I have to provoke.
No,
Yeah.
because everyone with a number does not.
Yeah,
provoke.
they don't have a
They're
weapon.
Dragon, they're dragon gods. They're dragon slaves now. Oh.
It's because they're CMD, I think.
It is because they're fatigued that will actually succeed.
All right, that's attention.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to snipe the chieftain.
The chieftain who is not eaten.
Yes.
24.
Oh shit! No, that was with the wrong arrow. With a trip arrow, not a bleed arrow.
So that's an 18 CMD.
Okay. Does your macro have the... Oh, it does have the snipe damage in it already. Okay.
Does an 18 knock her down?
I'm getting to that in one moment. I've got to apply the damage. 9. I'm going to do...
2 bleed.
I will note that she's a 2 bleed. An 18 will knock her down.
All right, I gain 2 tension because I've succeeded on a combat maneuver check. And then I will pull... Is Kuru Warrior 10 still fighting them?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say just try to eliminate 10, dude.
Roll a thistle arrow and shoot 10.
So 18 for really
Eight.
should damage.
3 damage and 3 bleed.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
All right. The chieftain has fallen prone
Yeah, she has.
and will provoke
Does
as she
that cre-
stands up.
Does that okay? Provokes.
Yes.
Yes.
She's about to provoke.
Ooh. Ooh.
Gorstag, I need you to survive, and I need this spell of mine to actually work.
What are you about to cast?
Hold person has 140-foot range.
I honestly think channeling is still probably better.
Why? Most of these guys aren't even hostile towards us anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
there's-
exactly 2 over here that
There's
are
only
hostile.
2 of them, and I'd rather
And
make
one
it
of
so that
them has
Gorstag can just straight up kill her, possibly.
one of them hasn't acted, so he may not be hostile.
Yeah.
All right. She spits out blood to the side. She's gonna go in for a bite.
Holy shit.
He hits.
Oh, hang on. That's only a 27.
Yeah, only a 27.
That doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter. At least Gorstag should have a lot of wounds left. It's only 9 damage.
And that will give her one temporary hit point.
Alright. Alright.
Gorstag is,
Gorstag will go before 10, so there's that.
Nihilus.
Alright, just in case, 5-foot step away from them. I'm gonna cast Hold Person now. I'm gonna make sure it doesn't have the right DC. DC 16, yes. On the chieftain. And it's 140 feet. I need to change that. I'll just put it at 100 feet. Is she paralyzed?
She is.
Alright, Gorstag, on your turn, do a full round action. You can coup de grace her.
Which is an automatic critical hit, and she has to fortitude save or die.
Yeah.
I don't think she's going to survive the damage. Die. Die, what is this? All hail the new dragon god. Go ahead and remove any of the 9s.
See, it was a
Which
good
is
idea.
everything except up here and this guy.
This will guarantee that Gorstag can just kill the chieftain.
And I'm going to remove Cartel Thug 3, because he's just going to skedaddle.
So,
Because Hold Person's a great spell.
hi.
Holy shit, he's dead.
Well, that guy's fucked.
Oh god.
Down with the false god!
Oops.
You fucking murdered that man. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, he's dead. Gorstag.
Numerius is going to literally tear him in half.
Coup de grace.
Footstep there.
Coup de grace. Let's see how much damage you're gonna do.
I think you can only do a single attack.
Yeah, it's only a
but
single
Yep.
attack.
Still.
So 9 times 3.
3.
So that's 27. I don't think it's possible for her to succeed unless she rolls a 20.
She does technically survive the damage. However, now she has to make a fortitude save. Oh no, that's not a 20.
Ah, she dead.
Actually, hold on. I'm going to do that in a more fitting way. And she's just going to take another 54 points of damage. As she just fails the save. As you come in with the with the blade, you catch her gullet right below her chin and just tear down, getting every major artery you can.
And yet no blood seems to spill.
Yeah, there's no blood at all from the wound.
Because your axe.
Go ahead and give me an intimidate check. Oh, I know what 10 is doing with their turn.
Shitting themselves?
Are they gonna pray to the new god Gorst?
Shitting themselves, running, and hoping that their new nightmare doesn't keep up with them. They're running. They're actually going to die because they have 3 bleed damage on them.
Well, they also provoke if they're running, right?
Yes, they do provoke.
Gorstag.
Na 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 Batman!
Oh, he
God.
did. Yeah, he's gonna
Just-
fucking die.
So,
I'm just going to kill them because they have 3 bleed damage.
all right.
And then, since Gorstag sees that everyone's wrapping up over there, he's gonna take his axe and just slam it into the corpse of the chieftain, and let his axe drink her dry.
Wow.
It will
Whole
not
person.
take. It will not take long, and the Kuru chieftain's corpse will become a desiccated husk.
Whole person probably just saved Gorstag's life.
That's. It definitely won the fight.
Well, she still had plenty of wounds left, and there was also 10. If I hadn't done that,
While-
Gorstag probably
While
would have lost
true,
all his wounds.
Gorstag does do a lot more damage than her.
Yes,
so-
but she still had more. She probably, if she's a barbarian, she probably still had about as much health as him.
Yeah.
Real quick, one of the 2 Burkanath guys that ran away, can I still see them?
Yes.
I'm gonna clock him in the fucking head
Oh.
with a non-lethal arrow.
Well, you almost crit. Almost crit.
Oh Jesus, that snipe. Yes.
After the fight, Sin is going to turn fox form, run over to Gorstag, pushing anyone out of the way that she needs to.
Yep.
Is he coming back or no?
He's after he's drained the blood, he's just gonna wipe his axe off on his arm. And even though it looks like he should be smearing blood on his arm, all of his blood is disappearing too.
That's on the other Burkanath guy that ran away. Same with a non-lethal arrow.
Jesus Christ.
Your snipes are horrifying when you deal non-lethal damage. They have both been knocked out. Sin,
Funnily
you can make your way over to Gorstag.
Funnily enough, blood arrows still incur the -4, but damn.
Notably, as she does this, she is growling angrily at Gorstag.
Oh shit, the first smite heal.
24.
You know, it's only befitting that a barbarian-like character gets the first spite heal.
Gorstag goes, "Oh, thank you, little fox," and he will attempt to pet the fox.
Oh no. Oh no.
She will not let him close the distance.
He's just used to the animals coming up to him and talking to him.
She's not going to let him close the distance, though. She's going to come back.
Numerius is going to speak with Emmett and gesture at all of the Kuru warriors who are, I imagine, bowing to him.
Yep.
And we'll just say, so, what is
Oh, no.
all this?
Oh no. Please put you in a walks thing here.
What would this be? What kind of check would it be? I understand that because I'm the only one that knows that they're like talking about worshiping the dragon god.
Local?
So straight D20 roll. Here we go.
Well, I mean, if it's a knowledge check, you can't go higher than 10.
Alright. They seem to believe that Numerius might be their new chieftain.
What would, as my character being a lawful neutral person of Oakhurst, what would his opinion be about letting Kuru people live? Because he knows they're like raging cannibals.
Yes. So the Kuru are definitely a continuous nuisance to Oakhurst. However, there has to be a little bit of give and take, given that Oakhurst kind of is encroaching on their land, or kind of did encroach on their land, and that's a bit of the problem here. So it becomes a difficult balancing act of are we the monsters that they are by wiping them out, or are we better than them because we're not savages and letting them live and trying to reform them?
So,
Do you
quick
want to
question.
pull off a colonial incident or no?
What would my character think about the likelihood of Kuru people being able to integrate at all into Oakhurst society?
It would be low, but it could happen.
Then he will explain to Numerius that they think he is their chieftain now, and they might be a good resource to bring back to Oakhurst. If anything,
Sure.
as hunters. They're probably more experienced in hunting and killing things like manticores and such than the guards, as they've been used to doing it for thousands of years.
Mhm. Are there any particular local landmarks that are visible from the city, but not necessarily too close? Like,
Yeah,
you
there's
know, like the stereotypical tree on top of a hill.
there's likely something like that.
Okay. Numerius will speak to Emmett and ask him to tell the Kuru to do what they will with the dead and to wait there.
And then he will relay the information. Should I make a linguistics check to... I mean, I know I speak Kuru, but I'm trying to... I don't know what it is for translation.
Nope, you're fine.
Alright. He will say that, and then Emmett will go and drag back the two motherfuckers he knocked out from 300 feet away. And bring them back here.
Okay. Yep, you can get them.
I'm assuming there's giant lumps / concussion marks on their head.
Yes.
All right. Well, and then Emmett will go and check out this shrine thing. See what the fuck that is.
Let's have. Okay, let's have. I'm gonna scoop up some.
Question.
Yes.
Nihilus, what is your attack roll?
Right now it's since I'm basically using power attack for everything, it's a.
No, I mean, like, what's the highest attack roll you can get?
That would be
Because
3
it would
buffs on, so that'd be.
Well, I mean,
plus.
reasonably. Don't spend resources on it.
Okay. Right now, if I don't need to spend a resource, plus 7. If I spend 1 of my Fury of the Abysses, it'll be plus 9. I have 7 Fury of the Abysses.
So that would be...
That also adds 2
19
damage.
at least for the DC to escape if you tie people up. Is that right, Line?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Mind you, that's only a plus 19 if I'm using... Not plus 19. It's only a plus 9 to hit, and plus 7 to hit if I'm
Don't
using
worry
a
about
bastard
it.
sword.
You can secure them quite well.
Yeah,
And I'm pretty
Numerius
sure they'll be
will...
out for a while.
Yeah.
I don't
Numerius will ask that, or he will ask Nihilus to do so that he is able to maintain appearance.
Real quick,
Alright.
Ryan,
Yes.
I dealt double their wounds and non-lethal damage. Will that have any major negative effect on them?
Probably.
Hey, they might not know they're slavers anymore, and we can use them as muscle.
I mean, technically that kills them.
Uh, that is true.
So,
Well, it literally kills them by the rules that
By
were
rules of
changed,
base Pathfinder.
and the rules that they got changed to. They start
Yeah.
dying
Yeah.
Oh.
because they get the non-lethal state but take vitality/wound damage.
Yeah.
So they don't die automatically. But, oh well, no. They would just go unconscious because they're
Lion
only
did
hit
say
once.
that most enemies, like I asked about the dying condition, and with the way we have it, they're probably just dead.
They probably have brain damage.
good. They have drain damage. Good.
I mean, I can really do some brain damage. Touch of idiocy.
I
Have you
kinda
ever
wanna
done
do-
this? Or have
You
ever
might. Yeah, you might be able to Hodor them.
Yes, I want to Hodor them.
I have
Anyway.
6 points of
I
mental
believe in
damage.
Ray. Second chances. I mean, if that second chance may or may not have happened due to major brain damage, it doesn't matter.
Investigating the altar.
Very
The altar
sad.
is. The altar is interesting. It bears a style resembling that of Old Valish style, and it appears as though there had been resting upon it for a very long time something, judging by the dust patterns, probably a crown. However, looking around, it does not take much to find where the crown had fallen to, and it is laying on the ground.
Oh.
What kind
It
of
was
altar
likely-
is this?
It is an altar to Sarenrae.
I don't know. They don't exactly make the rules clear of what being a worshiper of a god does.
I mean, unless you're like a divine class, it doesn't. It's more like for flavor than anything.
Well, Emmett will grab the crown and put it in his bag. About what time of day is it?
It's about 6 p.m., maybe a little later.
You're
So we're probably gonna have to spend a night out
Emmett will
because
go
we
and
had left in the morning.
ask
Yes.
one of the Kuru if there are any particularly nasty monsters that live in the area.
They do not know of any, and they did not keep any as pets, so there shouldn't be.
Wait, are you
This
just
is-
hiding the crown?
No,
You
he
just
would have
picked
called it out. He would have called
Okay.
it out and said something.
Okay, you just said you're gonna put it in your bag, so it just kind of makes sense for hiding it.
No. And then Emmett will say we should probably camp out here because this island is defensible as fuck.
That is true.
How much camping supplies do we have?
Emmett drops a giant 45-pound backpack on the ground.
Does that go past your light load?
No, it doesn't.
Interesting,
Numerius will.
I'm a strength
ask.
character, man.
You're a strength character, but you're using a bow.
Yeah.
those benefits.
Are you using a
Nice.
composite bow?
Yes, I'm using a
Okay.
plus 2 composite Darkwood longbow.
Most-
Plus 2?
No, not magical.
No,
Okay.
it's
Strength
composite
rating
plus 2.
Okay.
Yes.
I was about to
It's
say, holy
very
shit.
confusing. The magic pluses are at the beginning of a name. The composite pluses are at the end, and usually in parentheses.
Okay, it's just like I heard plus 2. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
So,
But Numerius will ask Emmett, or he'll just ask aloud in comment, if anyone thinks that having the Kuru around when Numerius is eventually not a dragon would have any negative consequences.
I mean, they revere you as a god and dragon, so.
I'm just gonna make a wisdom check on that.
I would imagine if you did it in front of them, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. If you did it not around them,
Emmett doesn't know.
they might just attack.
Emmett suggests against it, but he doesn't know what their reaction will be. He will also say that he doesn't feel comfortable sleeping in the same area as several Kuru.
I don't know, they don't seem that bad.
Any input from Sin? Or Gorstag?
I think Sophie got a phone call.
Yeah, something got a phone call.
And Gorstag's just over kind of picking through bodies and absorbing blood in his axe, so
I'm fine with the Kuru staying, honestly. They don't bother me at all. Murder. Yeah.
Alright.
Cannibalism. Yeah.
Numerius will ask one last thing of Emmett to convey his message to the surviving Kuru. That he is not just a dragon, but he is a many-faced god, and he will turn back to human.
What did I miss?
We are going to camp with the Kuru here and then head back in the morning.
Thanks, Faye.
And I was booing at the many-faced god.
I'm going to ask anyone else in the party if they're experienced in setting up camps. Because I'm going to set up, like... Emmett's paranoid. He doesn't like animals. So he's going to set up a pretty defensible little mini fort, and he's going to tell the Kuru to help.
Mm-hmm. And
Really?
for what it's worth, Numerius will be removing the logs here and here, so that
He has created a decent fort. He has followed the IKEA instructions to the tent.
Yeah, I would not have done well.
I
did that mainly to see if I would actually have a higher roll than you.
And then afterwards, he will. This dead tree right here. About how tall is it?
About 15, 20 feet.
He's going way up the tree and sit there, and that is where he will stay for the entirety of the night.
What about birds?
Actually, on the topic of
What
birds,
about birds?
Emmett, you have noticed that a blackbird has perched itself on Gorstag's shoulder and is giving you the death glare.
Caw.
What kind of bird does it look like? It's just acting normally, or
You don't think it's
Gorstag
acting?
pets it.
You don't think it's acting normally, but there's something that doesn't seem right.
is that your pet bird, Gorstag?
Gorstag's just petting it and kind of looks over. Is it his raven?
It is a different raven.
No, he's new friend.
Please.
Why, you don't like animals?
I listen. They had a problem with me first.
Alright.
Gorstag looks over at his bird and pets it and goes, "You no hurt, friend, right?"
It calls menacingly, but seems calm.
The bird.
It's a mental battle.
I sense the bird.
The bird has an impressive poker face.
You do know that if you're sleeping out here that you might encounter more birds, right?
All right. Well, Emmett's going to sleep, and pretty much as soon as he gets up into the tree, he just stops responding to people. But you can tell he's perfectly awake. It's just like he's doing that sleepwalking thing that he was doing previously.
Man, I can prepare summon monster
So
and
regardless,
just fuck around with them.
regardless of whether or not Emmett is staying up all night, Sin is going to stay up as long as she can because she doesn't trust the Kuru.
All right.
Oh, hey, by the way, guess who's been along with you this entire time?
Who?
Lily? Forgot.
Lily.
Lily. Hi, Lily.
Just, I did things.
You completely forgot
So-
about Lily, didn't you?
Kind of.
So how does Lily feel about Numerius being worshipped?
She is exceedingly uncomfortable with this development. And that's saying a lot.
If it looks like people are like getting uncomfortable, Numerius will Emmett would have gestured over to this area and told the crew to camp over there.
They will.
Yeah, if I could only speak Kuru, I might have told them about the ways of Nemothra, and they might just have improved.
Oh, Eric Gorsteg's gonna feed his new bird friend beef jerky.
Okay.
Where the fuck did you get beef jerky?
Gorsteg. He just kind of has snack.
You don't have pocket beef jerky at all times?
No, I don't have pocket bacon.
It's kind of unbelievable, but he's trying to feign like he's sleeping, but it's not. He still hasn't quite gotten that down.
And before the end of the night, Sin is going to treat everyone, including herself, so that they're healed.
All right.
So
7 plus 9, 16.
for-
And to appease Sin, Numerius will be present whenever she is dealing with the Kodaru. Just as a reminder, shall we say.
Gorsteg will also find Sin and apologize for running into danger.
Should we just, like, give Numerius the crown and see if this is the one we need, and if it actually works?
While you decide that, I will be right back. I'm gonna run to the bathroom.
Though she's still upset, she's not angrily glaring at you every time you come over.
That's progress.
If
She is
Someone asks
also
for the-
upset at Numerius. Or at
What was
least
that?
she is also slightly upset at Numerius.
If he can pick up on this, he will ask what is wrong.
She's not going to voice any of her concerns because she is staying a fox the entire night.
Yelps angrily.
Gorsteg's going to keep trying to pet the fox.
Well, she won't resist
Oh.
that.
At this point, Emmett's going to wake up, like jolt up for a second, and he's going to yell down at Numerius, "Hey, do you want to try to see if this thing actually works?"
You son of a bitch.
Might as well.
He's going to climb down.
Oh, we're gonna have to wait for Lion to get back for any results.
No, I'm just saying
Yeah.
he's handing it to him. And then,
All right, now it's an ego battle.
Numerius will also ask him for some basic commands in Kuro, so that he is able to directly command the survivor.
I think he will be able to. So I'm going to make a linguistics check to see how much he can teach you,
Okay.
and I'm going to literally take the handle animal commands and then choose them based on that. I can't see the what do they roll?
For what it's worth, on the receiving end, Numerius is somewhat decent at linguistics.
Jesus Christ. You are, huh? I can't tell.
I'm sorry, I just read something in chat. Remember,
Oh.
kids, Gorstag has beef jerky in his pockets at all times. So if you're ever attacked by hungry dogs, we know what they're after.
Yeah. Yeah, that's entirely believable.
Or hungry wolves. Or hungry
So-
anything. Maybe even a hungry manticore.
I will
Uh,
teach you come the words
Whoa.
come, attack,
Whoa!
Whoa!
aid, and it will be stay, follow, attack, and defend.
This term for a long-handled gardening tool can also mean a woman of ill morals.
I feel like that's from something.
What is a hoe? No! answer is, what is a rake? It's from Ken Jennings on Jeopardy when he won like 35 fucking shows in a row or whatever.
All right.
So,
Fun fact, a rake is not just a female. It's any person of ill repute.
All right.
Oh.
So, in the interest of time and the fact that we are getting to the end of what I have prepared, there's a little bit more that I will wrap up relatively quickly. Your trip back will be uneventful, and there's an interesting discovery when you have returned to town.
well, we were first going to put the crown on Numerius and see what happened.
It is a pretty crown.
Nothing happens?
Some of the gems light up.
Hmm.
That's probably a good sign.
Can Gorsteg put the crown on?
You know what? That's very shit, but let's try. That's at the 10, so.
The gems will not light up for anyone else that attempts to put the crown on.
Oh.
But with that, you will be able to return to Oakhurst, and it will appear as though the Marquis, former Marquis, has fled his position. And it will take about a week to come for you to take care of things around town, and I will give you all a status report of the town.
That was fast.
But there will be issues to come, and this will be where we wrap things up.
Is there any time within that week that we kind of does Numerius get his post back, or are we just starting to work on that at this point?
That will be something you're sort of working on at this point.
Okay. Have you written the status report, or?
I'm about to post it into the investigations result.
And
I will
on that
sync.
note, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
See ya.
But